Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on. Hello, and welcome to Ages of Einor. I am your humble stream host, Pixel, and I am pleased to present to you the improvised epithet because I forgot to write one. 7th episode of Ages of Einor presents Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus. As always, folks, welcome, and we are going to get into things here in just a few moments. But before we do, we have our housekeeping things. First things, folks. First, you will notice that I am not the GM today. My head is in a tiny box, not a big box. And that means that when we go to map screens, you'll be seeing my character's perspective and not the DM perspective. That means you will not have the opportunity to spoil anything you see on the screen. However, I do want to iterate, if you are familiar with this adventure or have played it before, or, you know, have the book sitting in front of you, please don't spoil anything. The players will be in chat with you, trying to have fun and make jokes while we play the game. So please don't spoil anything. As well as, second, please don't forget about the rules. There's a lot of them, and sometimes we make stuff up. Also, sometimes we're using homebrew rules and things. So just if you know every rule of this game, we mostly know every rule of this game, but don't freak out about it because, you know, we're here to have fun, not get every single rule right all the time. Third, this is an open and welcoming space to the extent that that's possible on the internet. So we do try to keep that internet toxicity out of here. So it's never usually a problem with you folks, but we want to make sure everyone knows that we don't put up with folks being abusive or hateful in chat, whether that's to other viewers or to players regarding things like their knowledge of the game or the rules, the things they do in character choices, or frankly, anything else about them. As always, I've said you all are great, but we'd like to give that heads up. And of course, a reminder that we do release the show on YouTube after each episode during the following week. So if you have to miss part of an episode, don't fret. You will be able to catch it and be caught up if you would like to watch us again live. Or if you just want to watch this after the fact all the time, that is fully an option too. And then, of course, last thing before we jump in, we're going to go around and introduce ourselves and our characters, remind us if we have chat inspiration, and where we can be found on the internet, if indeed we can be found on the internet, starting with Robbie.
Hey everybody, I'm Robbie, or DocRobert. I am the dungeon master for this game, so I play everyone that are not these 5 wonderful people, and the one who inflicts emotional damage upon them. Unfortunately, I do not cover therapy. That is for your adventurers to cover. So, with that, I'll throw it right back to Pixel.
Oh, hey there, folks. I'm just dealing with some good nonsense that's happening in our chat. Somebody's gifted a bunch of subs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We super appreciate that.
Thank you so much,
wow.
Richard.
He's going crazy over here. I'm Pixel. You can find me here on Ages of Ainur. Today, I will be playing Dwarven Barbarian and #1 internet sad dad, Phoenix Brightgreen. You can also find me here next week. We will be resuming our Curse of Strahd campaign. We had to miss last week, but we'll be back again with the fallout of the, I don't know what we will call it, the massacre at Vallaki that occurred last week. And we're headed on into Castle Ravenloft soon enough towards the end of that campaign. You can also find me here on twitch.tv/HammerandPixel, where I mostly play Elden Ring with Bonus Mom, as well as a little bit of Minecraft. So,
Speaking of which, Bonus Mom.
oh, and
Hey
I do
there,
have chat
everybody.
inspiration, I think.
Yes.
Kiddos, you do have chat
I'm
inspiration?
like 90. Let me
So,
double check it. Yes, I do.
I think we can keep it simple. I believe everyone
I
has
think
chat
everyone does.
I
inspiration
do
right now.
not.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Bonus Mom does.
mine
Burned mine
says
last
no.
game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I burned mine too last time.
Never
So I am
mind then.
Bonus Mom. I will be playing Bonnie Mama. I am a human warlock, just beginning to discover that I am indeed a warlock. And being the mother of Pixel and knowing him as well as I do, I'm totally amazed he could get his head in a little box.
All
'Cause he's such
right.
a great guy.
Next, we will go to McReese.
Hi, everybody. I am McReese, and tonight I will be playing Raven LaFey, the Tiefling Druid, and I can be found in the tavern, hanging out in TikToks, doing the mod thing.
Excellent. And who you playing?
I said Raven.
Oh, did you? My bad. Sorry, I'm having a day. With that, Cam.
Well, hi. Sorry. I'm Cam, or Noramark. You can find me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/no_remark. I'm in the chat somewhere, and I think my name comes up like just here. I don't remember these things. You can find me all over the place in Bonus Mom's Tavern and all of that kind of community and all sorts of different things. I will be playing the slightly questionable intentioned Goblin Wizard Neil Boggs.
And last but certainly not least, Kaylee.
Hey everybody, I'm Kaylee or Christy. I am playing Temperance, an Air Genasi sorcerer with some leftover childhood trauma from being raised by a cult. You can find me in the tavern as well. But I'm also on TikTok as Kaylee1999, talking about books mostly. And I also stream with a different group on Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Reality Break 20. And we are, I think, wrapping up the one-shot that I have been we're on like our 6th session, that I have been DMing about. It's like desert themed, and where the players are just getting to a tomb, a pharaoh's tomb, and that's what they're going to be doing on Tuesday. And yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Bonus Mom, you've been granted inspiration.
I saw
Yay.
that. Could I have a review of who does not have chat inspiration?
That's, I think, me
Okay.
and
I
McReese.
burned
Yeah,
mine last session.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
All right.
I can't remember, honestly.
I don't either.
Did you
We're
not?
all so traumatized from last time.
Okay.
Speaking of which, are we ready to relive the trauma?
Yep.
Kaylee, you now have it because I know you don't have
Yay.
you can't get.
Thank
Chat.
you.
So, last time, our crew decided, as they had wandered into the Vanthaper Villa, their beautiful estate in the upper city of Baldur's Gate, they did some exploring around the mansion and found a rather large dungeon complex underneath. And with not all that much exploring underneath, they found a room containing the person that they were hoping to find. One Thavius Krieg, the High Overseer of Elturel. Accompanied with their newfound friend, Rhea Mantlemorn, a former Hell Rider, they talked to Thavius Krieg to figure out what was going on. And they discovered a number of things. Most importantly, Thavius Krieg, on behalf of the entire city of Elturel, had signed away the souls of every citizen of Elturel in order to protect the city from a threat. I also do need to have a slight retcon here. I said 150 years. It was 50 years, not 150 years. Yep. I misread stuff. So it was about 50 years previous that had been. So anyway, but other than that, the facts all remain about the same. Now, having some further discussion with him, found out that he, knowing the city was going to be taken into Avernus, decided to flee with a shield containing a celestial that is trapped within it, and came to Baldur's Gate, where he was greeted by Thalmara Vanthaper and was taken into her custody. And this is also where we found that Thalmara Vanthaper is a servant of Zariel, the Archduke of Avernus, the first level of Hell, who was also the one to whom the city of Elturel was promised. And her plan, after securing the power in Baldur's Gate, was to send Baldur's Gate the way of Elturel and condemn the souls as well. Thavius Krieg hoped to mitigate that, or and trade Elturel for Baldur's Gate. But seeing his treachery, the party decided to allow Rhea to strike him down. After that, the party went to retrieve from one Thirstwall Vanthaper, the oldest son, an infernal puzzle box, which was said to contain the copy. Excuse me. Was said to contain a copy of the contract. And if Elturel is to be saved, you will have to be able to read the contract in its totality to see if there's any way to reverse this, or if the city of Elturel is simply damned for all eternity. And after I'm not quite sure how intentional the death of Thirstwell was, but it certainly occurred as Phoenix gave him fire breath to death. They were able to pull out of his charred corpse a about 6-inch square box cube inlaid with infernal writing. Okay. With that, let's head back into the game. What are you guys doing at the moment?
Are we still in the chamber where the shield was and where?
No, you
No.
are. That was a while ago.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
upstairs.
We're up in the manor.
We
second
just
floor.
killed
Okay.
the wizard brother.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And are we still in combat? Because I do notice there is
No.
an imp on the map. So I'm just
That imp has
double-checking.
been killed. Yep.
Okay.
That imp was killed like right at the end of the session. So
Currently, we're no longer in initiative.
correct.
Bonnie had seen Neil dart into that next room, and so she was on her way to the doorway to just be with behind back up for Neil, and was leaving the mess where the dead guy is. So she's headed for that room.
Okay. I believe I already went ahead and described this room. It is a well-adorned room. Seems to has a vanity in it and some other similar types of accoutrement. Seems to be a sitting room. All right. As you walk in, you would also see all of that, Bonnie. There are 2 doorways, one to the south and one to the north from there.
I'd like to open one of these north doors if possible.
All right, left or right?
I'm close to the left one, so let's go with that.
Okay. We will pop over there. So the left one you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming this here is a door.
Yes. Sorry, I just saw the imp was here.
With the sad face. Don't forget the sad face.
With the sad face.
It's
All
very
right.
important.
This tastefully appointed room contains a side table, a claw-footed iron bathtub, a fireplace, and an iron-banded wooden chest. A 3-foot wide, 6-foot tall mirror is mounted in the east wall opposite the fireplace. The mirror's varnished wooden frame is carved with images of rats, ravens, and spiders.
Oh boy.
Creepy.
Okay.
Which room was that? The one that Phoenix went in, or the one that?
Yeah, this one here.
Okay. Just checking.
When you get a chance, would you mind revealing it on the map? Or?
Oh, I could see it, so I figured you could. I mean, I see it right there. What are you talking about? It's just right there. There. I forget that Fog of War is a thing.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Yeah.
I think while Phoenix is doing that, Temperance would go back into, I forget the
Thirstwell?
Thirstwell, thank you. I knew it started with a T. Thirstwell's room, and just start like going through things just to see if there's any notes about the puzzle box or any other important pieces of information. And she's very like straight faced, like no, just like going through the motions of looking through stuff.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perceptigation check.
Perceptive, we'll go with investigation. Oh, nice. That is a nat 20 for a 22.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you are able to look through things. You had already found the infernal puzzle box. You also find a underneath the bed a very sturdy iron safe that is seems to be I don't know if it was hidden, but it was certainly out of sight. As you pull it, it's heavy. You're able to pull it out, but it is a very heavy padlocked iron chest.
I'm gonna keep looking to see if there's keys anywhere.
With that nat 20, you search around for a few minutes, and you do, in fact, find the key hidden underneath the bedside table drawer.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and open the safe then.
Yeah, as you do so, a lot of the stuff is kind of junk. You find some of his clothes, some red candles and quills and parchment and ink. However, There is 73 gold pieces,
Hey.
120 silver, a potion of healing, and a book. It is a jet black tome, and in red gilt lettering across the front is just a single word: Apocalypto.
All right, I am going to save the money to split up later, pocket the potion of healing and the book.
Got it.
Ooh, more maths.
Yeah, that's why I said later.
For those of you at
Y'all
home, it
should've
took all 5 of us several tries to correctly count the amount of loot from last game.
I mean, I literally
and the
didn't even
DM
attempt it and just left everybody else to it.
We all got different numbers too. That was my favorite.
That was the
part.
best part. Yeah. The best part.
Raven is just sort of poking the guy she killed because it was her first kill with her tail. Just not quite. It's not quite clicking that she's actually killed someone, so she's kind of poking him with her tail.
Yeah.
I guess I would see Bonnie coming in the room. And I was trying to hide in that corner. And I didn't get the chance to hide. So you walk in and Neil has like essentially pulled his hat down as low as he possibly can and is like essentially just squinting in a corner. And then like notices it's you and go, Bonnie, I'm standing here so that I can just make sure that if anybody comes through that door right there, I can give them a whoop and kick their butts. So, is everybody okay outside?
Well, I don't know, Neil. I came in here because you ran away. I don't know. You stay hidden and keep your ears hidden, and I'll step back out in the hallway and check. And Bonnie steps back
You just
out.
watch as he just straightens his jacket out and says, I'll have you know, I didn't run away. I was merely checking that there wasn't somebody else in this room, and I was ready to take them on by myself.
Oh, Neil.
And he just like gives like a bit of a smug like grin over like kind of like over his shoulder a little bit, and says, "I'm not sure that there is anybody in these rooms, if I'm very honest, but I guess a little bit of protection isn't all bad."
Well, I know we should be quiet. I've learned that lesson. Oh, Neil, you're such a silly Billy. And she looks out to see where everybody else is. So she steps back into the hall.
Neil, did you want to go through either of those rooms?
I think thinking logically of Neil, would Neil have established that that Thirstwell was a magic user?
Yeah.
I think
probably.
I think Neil would generally be very interested in going to Thirstwell's room, knowing obviously what he knows about magic history, etc.
Gotcha. So that's where Temperance is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So feel free.
I'm gonna head into.
Who has the puzzle box? I thought it was Phoenix.
Thought Phoenix picked it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Did I put that in my inventory?
You probably didn't. It was right at the end of session, and it's not terribly important.
Yeah, I'll put it in there just, and we can assume that that's the case.
Yeah, as long as we know that's who has it, that's all that matters, really.
Okay.
So
I think as Neil is walking in, Temperance would be walking out, and she would just kind of silently hand him the black book. Found this, and she would keep walking out.
His eyes wide and like huge.
Yeah, titled Apocalypto.
Could I just do a basic check just to see if this is possibly a spell book?
History, that would be Arcana if you're seeing it's a spell book, but I can tell you won't really have to do that. Just by flipping through it, you'd be able to tell it is not a spell book.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
Ooh.
Because that's something you would just know.
Right.
If you had spells in it, that would be kind of crazy if you weren't able to tell. So with that though, if you want to roll a history check to learn some more about it, you certainly can.
That would be wonderful. That would be a good old 19.
Yeah, so you've heard
Nice.
of the book Apocalypto before. It is uh, a lesser known epic poem. So I would compare it kind of. This isn't really a good comparison because it would be much more archaic than this. But think like the Epic of Gilgamesh, but one that's very, very few people have read. So, or one that's way less common, way more academic and less widely known. And it is an epic poem about the end of the world.
I guess that makes sense by the name Apocalypto.
It does.
That's such a shock to me. I guess obviously after clicking that, did you say that Temperance was leaving the room?
Yeah.
I guess I would kind of like just peek back. Was there anything else of interest did you find in here?
Oh, some gold and silver, which I figured we could split up later. And potion of healing that I pocketed. Didn't see anything else. It was all in that big iron safe, but there's some parchment and ink if you need to refill.
That would be wonderful. And I'm gonna read this parchment and ink.
And it is, in fact, of spell quality if you wanted to use this. You could get either three levels worth of spells. So either 1 second, 1 first, yada, yada, yada. Or double that.
Okay.
Well, wait, no, you're double that if it is chronomancy.
Right. Okay. How do I
You'd add it as a note. Probably, or as a custom item.
okay, let's add note.
So
I also need to add that I bought 2 levels worth of spells.
Mhm.
So now I have how much? Sorry,
it would be 5 levels total worth,
5 levels,
including the 2 that you purchased.
And Phoenix is going to open this next door. He's sort of in like clear the zone. Like he knows there's more investigating to do in some of these rooms, but he's in the like make sure there's no people hiding to jump out and attack us mode.
Totally fair. This dark room contains a bed, a wooden chest with clawed feet, and a night table.
Okay. Yeah, so I think Phoenix peeks in that room and says, all right, folks, looks like in these 2 brothers' bedrooms, we got 2 chests that might have some stuff. There's a funny looking mirror over there. We should be careful around mirrors. They can oftentimes be, I don't know, communicating items for extraplanar beings and stuff. But it might just be a creepy mirror.
Raven will kind of mutter, scrying. They can be used for scrying.
Right. And then I think Phoenix would real quick just like to take a second to sort of try to listen carefully to see if he hears movement elsewhere in the house, any shouts of surprise from the guards outside, or
Yeah, perception check.
You know, because he's like not sure if we have the time to. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use DM inspiration. No, I'll use chat inspiration on that.
Okay.
We'll try that again. No, that's just not in the cards. That's a 7.
Okay. Nope, don't hear anything.
Okay, I guess we got time.
I have a question.
He'll go in here and check this chest.
Yes, Bonnie.
I want it before you do that. Bonnie has a question for the DM. The prestidigitation, is that something that could like create smoke or something like that?
It would be the smell of smoke, more or less.
But it wouldn't be the coverage of smoke. Like
No,
she couldn't
that's
go
another
cover
spell.
smoke in a mirror. Okay.
No, that's a good
Okay.
thought, but no.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Sorry,
Did you say
Phoenix.
anything about that, Bonnie, or no? About covering the mirror?
Well, I think, Bonnie is scurrying along behind Neil. He ran out of the room. She's behind him. And I think when she heard the thing about mirrors, she would say, could we cover the mirrors?
Phoenix points to these other rooms and says, bed sheets.
I was gonna say, do they happen to have like shaving kits in the rooms?
No.
Okay. Well, Bunny, if she hears him say bed sheets, she's going to scurry. You know, she's the housewife formerly. She's going to rush in and get a bed sheet and scamper in behind Phoenix with her elderly but still agile bones.
Yeah. Oh, and if you're holding the thing up, I think Phoenix is going to basically direct you to hold it in front of yourself as you go towards the mirror, so that you're never. If DocRobert is like, this is not a magical mirror. These people are going nuts. But so that you're never in the view of the mirror, only the sheet is.
Well, which was a good suggestion. And Bonnie probably was doing it exactly wrong and went, oh, and turned around and held it up the other way.
Either way, the mirror does get covered in the end.
And then, assuming that there's no need to rush, because he rolled a 7 on that perception check, Phoenix is going to pop over to the chest and see what's in there.
All right. In that one, there is some very neatly tailored apparel meant to fit a slender individual, a jewelry box carved from bone, a small gold signet ring that on it you see written around the crest says "Stone hearts never bleed." The crest you would recognize as the Vanthaper family crest.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take the gold signet ring and the jewelry box, and we'll just leave the clothes. There's no reason to mess with those.
When you leave the room, Blondie's gonna go behind you. And if you go in the next room, she's gonna know to get the sheet between her and that mirror. If there's one in there.
There isn't one in this mirror.
There isn't one. Well, she probably goes in anyway, and then she stands around trying to find something to cover.
If is the jewelry box locked or openable?
It is openable. It is not locked.
All right.
It is empty as well.
Curious.
But it is very well made.
Okay.
Or excuse me, the jewelry box had the ring in it.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Oh, that's all good. Jewelry box with small gold signet ring. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, whoever. I don't want to keep jumping in.
Don't think anyone had.
Right. Raven's going to start making her way towards this door over here. I'm gonna kind of stop and listen, check for traps.
Yeah, perception.
Temperance is gonna, when she sees Raven heading that way, she's gonna follow this backup.
Okay. I love it when you guys split the
party. If they're moving on, I'll go ahead and check that last
21.
Chest.
No traps, and you hear nothing.
She will kind of peek her head in. Would you say it luck? It's like horns. It's not like she's not going to be noticed.
Okay. Yeah. Horns stick through. All right. This is a beautiful, incredibly ornate bedroom with a huge 4-poster bed. There's a dumbwaiter in the southwest corner, and it's all kinds of other beautiful beautiful accoutrement, along with the iron cast bathtub with clawed feet, the fireplace, and a padlocked iron chest.
Going to see if I can't find a key, since I don't have lockpicking skills.
Perception.
I'll help look too.
9. I forgot to change over to Raven's dice.
That's what you get.
I got a 14.
Also do not find any...
Yeah.
I will cast message. Have I seen Neil pick a lock? Was it Neil that's picked locks before?
I believe he's proficient.
Okay, I will message
Yeah,
Neil and
Neil's
tell
told
him.
you that he can, but you would know from conversation that he doesn't have the tools available to do so.
No, you should have thieves tools. If you're proficient, you have them.
Oh, I thought we.
Nope. If you're proficient, that's just a general rule I have. If there's a tool you're proficient with at the beginning of the campaign, I give you a set of those tools. Because otherwise, what's the point?
I will add
It's a
it
great
into
roll.
my inventory.
Yep.
So yes, you would know that Neil can do that.
Neil, we've got something that needs to be picked.
Thanks. They're getting away from us.
I guess I would.
While that happens, let's go back over to Phoenix while see what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm just looking in that chest.
This chest, which was not locked, unfortunately has largely worthless stuff. The clothes in here are markedly different, not quite as fine, and for a very large man. The only other thing of interest in here is a small plushie of a troll. Seems to be well loved.
Oh, we sent him away without his stuffy.
I mean, listen, he left without his stuffy and then was forced to flee for his life. Okay. And you said there was an end table. Is there anything on the end table? Anything of interest? Any drawers? No. Okay.
No.
All right.
Does Bonnie see the plushie?
Yeah, if you're in the room, you would see it for sure.
Oh, I think Bonnie picks that plushie right up and sticks it in her cavernous apron pocket
You got it.
and scurries out after Phoenix, looking for Neil.
Yeah, and no one stepped away. But I guess Phoenix is going to head over towards where everyone else is.
Bonnie
Gotcha.
would throw the sheet that she got over the dead body of the son and sort of make a sad face.
Well,
she's
that would
stepping
be
around
in
all the
his.
dead guards.
Well, that would the dead body of the son would be basically in his bed, as he was in his bed when Phoenix walked into the room and torched him.
Well, I guess then
like
she
a
ripped
flamethrower.
the sheet off of him or under him or something. So
Yeah.
anyway, she throws it back and heads for the rest of the crowd, follows Phoenix.
Okay.
Temperance is gonna, after helping Raven search the bedroom, she's gonna head out and open this last door up here.
Yeah. Okay. An oak writing desk, angled to face the middle of the room, has a matching chair behind it and 2 black candlesticks atop it. Other furnishings include 3 bookcases, a freestanding suit of black plate armor topped with a bucket helm and equipped with a longsword and shield. There is also in the corner a wrought iron spiral staircase.
Going up or
Up.
going up? Okay. She'll head to the desk, start looking for what were we looking for? Evidence of their dealings with cults.
Yeah. As you do that, the suit of armor turns.
Oh, great.
It simply says, "State the password or be smitten."
Smitten? You're gonna be smitten with
Smited.
this-
Smited, not smitten, smited. Close. You might be smitten too. I don't know.
Honestly, I want to watch this
It's
this
a
suit
really
of armor
pretty
trying to
voice.
flirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smited.
If you will take notice, I'm going to pull out the chair in this desk so you can sit down.
Temperance is going to be panicking, trying to think of anything that would resemble a password, and she's just going to questioningly just say password.
Okay, hold on just a second here.
And probably is going to get smacked with a sword. I would be willing to bet.
Well, that's a 10. So as it swings at you, with that, it does miss. Okay, we're going to be in side initiative right now. We're not going to roll actual initiative. Side initiative just means everybody can act, before this thing tries to go again. So is there something you would like to do, Temperance? It is right there at the moment.
I am looking at my options, and I'm within melee, so I'm going to reach out and grab it, and lightning is going to shoot down my arm, and I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Certainly at advantage.
Yep.
Believe it or not, the full suit of metal.
Advantage roll. 16.
16 does not hit.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, that's what I can do.
Yeah, so the rest of you would have heard those words, and you would have heard password, and then you would have heard probably a whiff of air along with some
Like the sizzling of lightning.
yes.
Yeah, Phoenix is going to charge in there and start swinging. He's not raging this time because I don't want to waste my last rage, but in case there's
Gotcha.
another.
Raven's
Don't
gonna
forget-
hit him with the fairy fire to give.
So if you did that, that would also hit Phoenix and Temperance. Because that's in a cube. It's an area of
Fairy
effect.
fire.
Yeah, but it gives Finnick advantage on the suit of armor.
It would
That
also
is-
give the suit of armor advantage against us.
Advantage on them.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also can just give
Okay.
myself advantage
Reckless.
anytime I want.
Which you
I don't
do.
even have
Yeah,
to be
he's
raging to
reckless.
reckless, I believe. So he's
Yeah.
he's going to
Correct.
take his one attack. Okay, that's I didn't roll that with it. Okay. That is an 18 to hit.
18 will not hit.
Okay.
Damn.
Oof.
And
It's a
that's
literal set of armor.
Yep.
You do have a bonus action attack if you would like to make your bonus action attack.
it.
It's your armor
Yes,
attack.
my barbarian armor. Okay.
Mhm.
No, I have to be raging to do that.
Oh, well, that's kind
Yeah,
of
I have to be
but
wearing the
whatever.
spike and raging. So
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
that's it for Phoenix.
Cool. Raven, Bonnie, Rhea is certainly going to
Completely
Use
just
her.
forgot she was there.
yeah, she's gonna use her movement and then just chuck an attack. While that is happening, anyone else want to do something?
Well, Bonnie is certainly going to head that way, but I don't know that she could even fight her way into the room or have enough motion to do it.
Gotcha.
So, I think she's headed that way, but she's kind of glutted behind the mess, but she would be readying guiding bolt.
Guiding Bolt is the one that's a spell slot, so you could hit it from right
wait a
there
minute.
within.
Okay.
You mean
no,
Eldritch
it's the
Blast,
other
but you
one.
could
It's
see-
the Eldritch Blast.
Yes, but you could make that attack from right there. It would have a little bit of cover, which you
Okay,
know
then
because its
let me-
AC
I'm
wasn't high
sorry.
enough already.
I was on the
Um,
wrong screen. Okay, then Bonnie's going to launch Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
And that is an 18 to hit. And is that the
Does
one
not.
that does not hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the doorway
No.
and aiming at. She just didn't have a clear enough shot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That will. Neil, do you have anything you want to do? Raven?
I think for Neil's very focused on this room at the moment. Finding inks. He is like now so focused on there's magic stuff in this room. So like his curiosity is just too peaked right now.
Okay.
Wild shape into a boar.
Okay, that is an action if you'd like to do that.
Mhm.
Okay, easy enough. All right, it is going to take an attack again. It is going to take it at Phoenix this time. At advantage. That is a crit.
Oh no.
Boy.
Okay. "13 points of damage.
Okay.
And it gets another one.
This is a problem.
17 to hit.
Hits.
8 more points of damage.
Okay.
All right, everyone else. Phoenix, you want to retaliate since you're right there?
Sure. Nope, 17.
Okay, yeah. So and the thing is, you're hitting it. Like, you are hitting it. It's just not doing damage. Okay, Temperance.
I thought I had a thing. Where'd it go? Okay.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I might have a bonus action.
Okay.
Yes, I can exhale fire as a bonus action.
Okay.
It's a dex save. I might catch the wall on fire, but at this point...
I mean, might as well make use of
that is
it.
a 16.
Okay, the DC is a 13, so it does pass, but it does still take half damage. So that's 16, half that will be 8. That was a good roll, dang.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Too bad
another charge of my fire breath.
Okay. All right, Temperance.
I'm going to first, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word at 2nd level, because that's what I have for Phoenix, which gives you 9 points of healing.
Great, thank you.
And then I guess I'm just gonna try to bash it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Don't have many high hopes for this. Oh, except for that's a nat 20 for a total of 22.
There we go. Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
All right.
As you smack it upside the head. So it'll be this plus 6, I believe, for the quarterstaff.
Okay. Yeah, it's doubling it automatically, so I'm just gonna do.
Well, we use the ultimate crit. You could just right click and then just have it to roll normal.
Oh, okay, got it. Flat roll. Okay, I think that worked.
Yep.
Oh, great. 1 plus 6, 7.
Okay, well, alternate crit roll's doing well.
That's,
also, good news for you, it is resistant, so
awesome.
It takes 3.
Brutal.
Well, I would have tried Shocking Grasp again, but I didn't want Phoenix to fall unconscious.
Okay. Well, first of all, Shocking Grasp is a cantrip.
You could have Shocking Grasp.
You could have, but
that's all right.
Oh well.
We'll leave it.
We'll just okay.
So it's just a leveled spell you can't do.
Correct.
Right.
You can do a cantrip.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Raven.
Learn something new every day.
What is Freya doing?
Rhea made an attack and missed.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Although she will go ahead and push her way in here and around to make another attack.
Well, I think Bonnie's going to stay right where she is because she also has her eyes on the stairs. Okay. Just because she's frightened somebody's going to hear all this and come up the stairs. But when it's her turn, she's going to Eldritch Blast again.
Go ahead and hit.
Oh, whoops. What did I do? There we go. 7. So,
not quite.
Yeah, I think that's all she's got. Eyes on the stairs. She's distracted.
Okay. Raven?
Raven will come in, charge between and Temperance.
Yeah, well, here, hold on. Rhea would have seen you. She'll take the attack of opportunity if you want to do that.
Yep. Because she's going to charge with a tusk attack.
Ooh, that's another crit. Jesus, this thing hates us.
Thank goodness somebody's doing good.
No. The enemy crit on our
that's
friend.
again.
Oh,
there.
no. Oh.
Yeah, and that's 15 damage on Rhea.
Ooh, damn.
Oh.
That's no
That's
joke.
a 13 to hit.
No.
Brutal.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea will turn and say, push it out the damn window.
Is there a window there?
There is a window
at the
there.
front.
Window right here, right?
Yeah, there's also one there.
Oh, there's a window right there.
behind it.
Oh,
Okay.
it's kind of hard to see.
Okay.
Oh, I can kind of see it now.
Okay. It is its turn. It will make
sorry,
two
does Neil
attacks.
get a chance to do anything before it goes again? Or?
Neil does, but Neil said he was focused in the other room.
I'm in the other room.
Okay, all good.
Neil is like wizard brained.
Great.
All right, that is a mod 20 to hit. That one will be against Raven.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's an 11. This one will be against Temperance.
She reverts back to Raven.
Okay. And then 16 to hit. Temperance.
That hits. Just barely with my mage armor.
Yeah, and then that is 6 points of damage. Okay. Everyone else.
I've lost track. Are we on? He was first, and now it's everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally him and then everyone else.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yep. And then the order is not terribly important at the moment.
I'm going to use my bonus action for the last fire breath on this fire. That's a DC 13 dex save from him versus a much worse roll of 7 damage.
Success.
So
Jeez.
3 damage.
Okay.
And then I guess I might as well. I don't want to push it out the window because that will alert the guards more than what they already are.
That's true.
But, and it can probably just like run back up the stairs too. I don't know. I'm just going to keep swinging. Hope for the best.
Okay, I will point out that no one has hit it yet.
I just crit.
Nice.
Oh, okay, great.
I hit it with some. No, I didn't.
Oh, that's true.
I hit it with my quarterstaff. I
You hit
bonked
it with
on
your
the head.
crit. That is true.
Okay.
Okay. And is your weapon magical?
My great axe is not magical, no.
You will be doing half damage.
Okay, so that is 9 plus 12 is 28, 21 half, so 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Plus the 3, so that's a total of 13.
Okay, 13. Yeah. All right.
Gonna
Gotcha.
try shocking grasp again.
You can.
Oh, shoot.
At advantage.
Oh.
I have been forgetting my sentinel attacks, too.
21.
21 would hit, but it is immune.
What? It's metal.
Specifically says is immune to blank blank and shocking grasp.
Damn.
Brutal.
That sucks.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This thing's a bastard, not gonna lie.
Bonus action, shillelagh,
Uh-huh.
and then
Hit.
27.
That will definitely hit.
That's a crit, too, isn't it?
Was that
Is
a
it
crit?
Yeah.
That is a crit.
Woohoo.
And when you use shillelagh, it means it's magic.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
Oh,
So you could just roll the regular damage. So if you right click flat roll and then add 8, I believe. Yeah. Oh, okay. It rolled all 3. So we'll just go the 5 plus the 4. So 9 plus 8, 17. Okay. 17 damage.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. As you see, very upset, Raven takes her shillelagh and jabs it right in the middle, and you see the armor crunch in as she left a big old dent in it. It's starting to look like it has some damage.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that would leave us with Bonnie, if you want to do something.
well, I think the same deal that Bonnie's been doing. It just seems like the best thing that she's got. She's going to try one more time with Eldritch Blast.
You got it.
She's really afraid to get too far away from the door, and with every second that passes, believes that something's coming up the stairs after them.
Gotcha.
Oh God! And she's going to use her inspiration, her chat inspiration, because that was a
Okay.
9, and this is a 24. 19 plus 5.
That
Nice.
hits, but it is immune to force damage.
It is immune. Okay. Well, she
Damn.
tried and she's so frustrated. So Bonnie's actually getting very angry. She's looking around for Neil, and she's.
Neil's over there just flipping through the book.
Okay, so
I think she's
Neil
going to
is-
say Neil. Neil.
I mean, you've heard several clangs at this point of
Yeah, I think at
quarterstaffs
this point,
and such.
Cleo kind of wraps her hand on the corner and hisses like he's in here.
Excuse me. Yes.
I think as soon as Neil like hears Bonnie just say his name and connects the clangs and noises, he's gonna run through, knowing that he's aware, obviously, because we've looked before, that there is a doorway from the balcony into this room.
Right there.
So he is going to like run out onto the balcony, obviously knowing there's guards down below. I'm going to use my action, my movement to run in, my bonus action to hide,
Stealth.
as I go through to stealth through, which is a measly 11.
Keep that in mind.
And I'm going to use my action to dash, bring myself. Did we say this yellow bit is the door here?
Yes.
Or is this the door here?
Nope, you were right.
Yellow, right?
Yellow bit.
Okay. I'm going to go down towards this door.
Actually, no, you were correct the first time. It would be the brown one. That's another window, I think.
I'm going to go like very quietly just check that door handle that I can open
Unlocked,
it and head in into here. And that is everything I can do at this point. So
okay. All right, I think Rhea is gonna throw a javelin at it. Great. 11. Okay. That will take us to its turn. It's definitely gonna attack Raven.
Okay, I'm gonna sentinel attack because it's attacking another creature within 5 feet. That's not
Go
me.
for it.
Do I have advantage on that or no? Doesn't matter. It's a 25.
No. Okay. 25 does hit.
Hooray! Oh, terrible damage. 8, so 4.
So 4. All right. 17 to hit Raven.
That hits.
But minimum damage 5. And 1 against Phoenix. And oh yeah, that's advantage. 21.
Oh yeah, hits.
Another 7 damage. All right, what else we doing?
How's Finnick looking as far as health?
On a scale of 1 to 45, I'm about at 18.
She is going to throw a healing word at Finnick.
You got it.
5.
Okay.
Is
Thank
it
you.
time for Bonnie again?
Yes, you can go, Bonnie.
Okay, so Bonnie almost never does this. This is different, but she's furious and she just is understanding everybody's in danger and that thing can like kill everybody. So she reaches onto her back and actually pulls around her crossbow, which is something, again, she doesn't use very often. But Bonnie whips out her crossbow knowing that she might have to switch around and shoot down the stairs if somebody comes up the stairs, and feeling very proud and powerful, she's going to haul off and shoot at him with her crossbow.
Go for it.
Raven leans over to Temperance and goes, "Has she had that the whole time?"
16 will not hit.
Okay, and that is a 16. And you know what? She's just mad enough that she's going to use her DM inspiration and try again because we're
Okay.
in big trouble. So she is wiping it all out. Okay, so let's try again. Come on, people, give me one of those nat 20s. No. So
No.
another 16.
Exactly the
Brutal.
same. Oh no.
You kind of
Okay.
hear Bonnie.
Phoenix, Temperance, Raven.
Yeah, Phoenix
Neil,
is going
anyone?
with the
Bop
23. Yeah,
Definitely
reckless
hits.
attack 23.
Yeah, roll damage.
I think. I mean, there's a
That
thing I
is
could do
14 damage. So 7.
Okay, so 7. Okay.
that is gonna make a lot of noise.
Before she makes noise, I'm gonna do another shillelagh.
Go for it.
22.
We'll hit. Roll damage.
11.
Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry,
11.
guys.
And with that, it does clank conk fall.
And you see the storm clouds that were starting to gather on Temperance's hands kind of dissipate a little bit.
Raven's little tiny delicate hoof just kind of stomp.
And
Oh,
Neil has
sorry
literally
about
just
that.
burst in the room and just looks
Finger
around. And goes,
flailing.
I love it.
I'm not sure what all the fuss was about, but somebody seemed to be shouting my name, so I thought I'd come in and see if you need my help, but clearly you've got it. And he just turns around and walks back out the door again. And I'm going to
Love it.
head back to this room.
I love it. No notes. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, everyone. Gonna go check out the desk that I originally was gonna check out.
You certainly may. Okay. The desk has nothing of terrible note in it. Yes, nothing of terrible note in it.
No secret drawers or hidden compartments.
Investigation check.
Phoenix is going to head over near where Bonnie is just to guard the stairs in case
13.
13?
everybody
Nope.
starts coming up.
You got it.
Can I see where the spiral stairs are going? Is there like
just-
a
There's like you would know there's like a turret or tower above. You would have seen that from the outside.
okay. I might run up those real quick and just look out and see if I can see the other guards, what they're doing, if they look like they're still just hanging out or if they're like getting
easy
agitated.
enough. Okay.
Having found obviously inks that are scribing inks in this guy's room, I think Neil would at this point be like establishing this guy has like knowledge of magic in the same capacity as I do, and I want to like start like scrambling through as much as I can to see if I can find any actual like written spells, any spell book.
Gotcha.
Like,
And that would have been
looking for, like-
found by Temperance. She rolled a nat 20 in that room.
Oh, right. Okay.
So-
Sorry. Apologies. I didn't realize
Yep.
that. I missed
Nope.
that
It's
bit.
all right.
Yep. The spiral staircase climbs 15 feet to a square room with crisscrossing rafters 10 feet overhead and a peaked roof above that. An empty bookcase dominates the west wall, and two filthy padlocked cages stand on the floor. Each cage holds a human, a prisoner, and a chamber pot.
Like alive?
Seemingly.
She's gonna point her finger down towards Raven and send message and just say, I think there's some people up here that have been captive. I might need some backup.
I will turn. Who's left in the room? Okay, I poke my head out and kind of say, Temperance found prisoners, and then follow her up. Are they conscious?
They're not. They're both unconscious. Either asleep or unconscious, one or the other.
And they're humans?
Yes.
Do they look familiar at
No.
all? Okay. Do they look injured?
They're both not in great shape. They're both alive, but they're not in great shape.
I'm gonna try to open the cage. This one.
They're
here.
locked.
They're locked, and the key that I have
I-
from the other room won't work.
Mm-mm.
I will throw out 2 healing words.
They both kind of jar awake, like, oh, what? Oh, God's above. I thought it was time for, well, and they both kind of look out. Both human women, They look rather plain. They don't strike you as particularly, there's not too much noteworthy about them. Oh, well, you're not the Vanthopers.
No. Most of them are incapacitated.
Well, that's good. I can't say that I expected that.
Don't suppose you know where they kept the key?
I can't say that I do, unfortunately.
Message Neil. Lockpick, please.
He just responds, you just hear his voice in your head. I thought there was something to lock, and I didn't know where it was, so I'm just kind of lurking in here.
There's 3 things you need to pick locks for. Let's do the humans first.
The humans? You can't unlock humans.
They're in cages, Neil.
And obviously I've seen her go up the stairs, so I would head up.
Go ahead and make that thieves' tools check.
Yep. So
if you're proficient with
what do I need to roll it as?
It's a proficient dexterity check. So if you're proficient with stealth or sleight of hand, it's the same as that.
Perfect. That will be a. Do I need to make 2? You said.
Yes, please.
Okay. So first one is a 21.
Yep.
And second one is a. Ooh, that's only a 9.
Definitely not. So you get the north one out.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a luck roll.
Okay.
My last luck roll of the day. To re-roll. Lost it again. That is a 16.
We'll get it. Yeah, you're able to get it both. Okay. So
thank you.
They both go, oh my God, thank you so much. She was gonna kill us.
Why did she have you locked up?
So the lady who came out of the northern cage says, well, I work in the sewer maintenance, and I was advocating that we expand the sewer system in this region, and she didn't want it extending into this one area for whatever reason. I don't know why, and she had me taken. I'm just going to never talk about them badly again or mention that ever.
I actually have a different idea, if you'd be willing.
Absolutely not. Please.
Well then.
You don't understand what they've done to me. And if you look, there are little sting marks all over her body, dozens of them.
Oh.
Please don't make me do anything about them.
Well, I can't blame you there. All right. Temperance will just let her go.
Yep.
If you have the ability, leave the city.
I can't. I have to stay here. I have things to do.
Neil would just put his finger up and say, you may need to be a little bit careful upon leaving the property, because there is a number of guards and we do have the doors closed and inaccessible. So probably best to wait.
We'll just wait. I'll just wait here then. And the other guy says, yes, well, I was trying to collect some taxes. I guess I got a little too zealous with that.
Taxes from the Vanthopers?
Yes.
Mm.
They haven't been paying them. I was hoping that I could become a hero of the city by exposing their crimes.
Do you have documents about that?
Of course I do. Well, at least I did. I don't know if she got rid of them.
You haven't. So she took them and you don't know where they are.
I don't know if she did or not.
Where would they be if she didn't, did you bring them with you, or would they be in your office?
I didn't bring them anywhere. She kidnapped me.
Oh, all right. Would it be possible to get your name?
Yes, I am Kellage Ormar. I'll put it in the chat. Remind me, and I'll just copy and paste it later.
Okay.
I will say, just so Temperance remembers, you do in fact have proof that she is in a cult to a devil. So tax evasion, although certainly a gettable crime,
You know what? That's how they got Al Capone.
That is
Yeah,
how
right.
they
I
get
was
him.
just gonna say,
It's like it's like if they
it
got
worked
him on,
for the FBI.
we got Thalmara Vanthipur on 34 counts of tax evasion.
No, if it works, it works.
Yeah, the testimony from the dead imp that we use Speak with Dead on was non-admissible as an extraplanar creature.
It was fruit from the poisonous tree, that poisonous tree being hell.
It was a witch
she's
hunt.
gonna take down his name just in case it comes in handy.
I did a perfect tax return.
Oh God.
Oh man. All right. Well, if you both would like to stay here, we'll get a message to you once it's all clear.
I should have had a bunch of random Baldurian secrets in the bathroom.
Out on the floor.
They're just scattered all throughout in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm making a note to myself if I ever run this adventure. Vanthipur equals.
Surprisingly accurate.
If you require any food, there is a kitchen. There is currently, I will make you aware, there is currently an somewhat slightly unconscious chef in the kitchen.
I think we're just going to stay here until you tell us it's safe. I don't think anything else is a good idea right now.
Well, that's probably a good idea. Just a quick one. I know you were saying to Temperance, just to confirm with Temperance, you said we already have evidence that she is in connection with the cult connected to Zariel or with the devil. Do we have physical proof of that at this point?
No.
Right, okay, and that's what we're trying to pinpoint right now. Okay.
I will show Neil the chest that needs to be picked.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I would head out once we're confirming the prisoners are staying there. Former prisoners are staying there.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow Raven down.
Yeah, just say good luck and head out.
Yeah, you can find the other. No problem finding the other. It's right back where you left it. If you want to make another thieves' tools check.
I do indeed.
Go ahead and move your. Yeah, it does not do it. Yeah.
Can I use my chat inspiration?
Of course you can. Yeah. Is it just 3 of you in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a 17.
17 will do it. As just barely, but as you kind of get in there, you click. It does open up.
Before I physically open it up, can I just check it for traps, please?
Yeah, perception.
That's an 11.
Seems fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and open it up.
Okay. Yeah, you open it up. There's a couple things in there.
Oh.
There, so just from looking at it, you see a couple of things. You see 3 large black books. You see a set of calligrapher's supplies, and another. You see what it seems to be a poisoner's kit.
Mm.
You see a coin purse with gold amounts that I will distribute later, and a very fancy looking set of pipes, like a pan flute,
Like a pan pipe. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. I'm straight off the bat. I'm gonna pocket the pipes.
Okay.
They're just going straight in Neil's backpack because that's a cool trinket to have.
Raven
And-
wants the poisoner's kit.
Yeah. Raven, you take what?
Poisoner's kit.
Okay, you take a poisoner's kit.
would take the calligraphy supplies.
And
if they're
as
not
you pull
magic.
out the calligrapher's kit, you hear a click
Uh-oh.
as the weight has been let off of this as you removed items. I need all three of you to make me a Constitution save.
Oh, boy.
Save. Where is that? There it is.
18.
That's 16 from
Will
Neil.
succeed, will succeed,
Dirty 20.
will succeed. Okay, so you'll only take half of the poison damage.
Great.
Roll low.
Please, please.
13. Half to 6.
6.
Okay.
Yeah. So, are you guys staying in the room? Because it dispersed in a cloud that's just kind of hanging there.
Oh, I can do something about that.
Okay.
I can I? Hold on. Wait. Would it be possible to use Gust to push that away, like to the other side of the room? Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
It wouldn't even push it to the. It would just disperse it.
Okay.
It would just disperse it enough where that isn't a problem.
And yeah,
so.
after that initial like temperance would, and it would all just like a big rush of air would go through the whole room.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That smells like campfire.
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
It does smell a little bit, which is better than the other thing that it smelled like mustard gas.
You look at Neil, and Neil has like now got both fingers up his nose, like, oh my god!
I imagine that the
I
gust
know.
like blew his hat off too.
Like
Love it.
he's just like covering like his nose completely because that just smells so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I
gonna
didn't
yell at you
check
for
well
picking
enough.
your nose.
I can clean them. And he just kind of like does this, like,
Oh, it's so
That's
gross.
amazing. Sorry, and Temperance will pick up his hat and put it back on his head.
oh, thank you. I probably should have checked better for traps. Next time, probably a little bit more attention or care paid to trap detection.
That's all right. I almost got us all killed by a suit of armor.
I mean, you took it down in literally like 2 seconds flat from what I saw, so that clearly wasn't that bad.
Don't tell Phoenix that, all right?
Hard pan to Phoenix, sort of like leaning against the wall, breathing heavily, like blood coming from a cut on his head. I'm getting too old for this shit.
He's pretty strong, so I'm not too worried about him. And can I just recheck this thing for traps just to make sure now?
Sure.
Like,
yeah. Perceptigation.
Yeah. That's a 19 this time.
Yeah. So you check. You figure out what the mechanic of the trap was. It's the only trap that was there, but it was a weight trap. As you remove items from it, what happened is it releases a mechanism and cracked a glass vial that.
Right.
Did somebody grab the coin purse?
Yes, it's there. I'm just gonna give that to you afterwards so we can do math later.
Does the chest seem to have any kind of false bottom, false sides, anything like that?
It had a false bottom, which is where the trap was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna. You said there was three books. Can I just have a look, see if there's any titles on these books? Is there anything specific?
they are just business ledgers. You can make a investigation check to see what you can glean from that.
Yes, I would like to, please. That is 21.
Okay, with that, I don't know how you got your actuarial science / accounting degree, but by doing this seems to be her legitimate business dealings. So nothing in this would be incriminating in any way. This is just her actual
I'm literally
finance.
just like, I like speed flicking through it to just like, no.
We see like the hangover numbers going down past Neil's face as he has a savant opens this. Yeah.
And I just kind of like every now and again I show the book like upwards towards, literally doesn't say any words, just like, and shows it up to Temperance and Raven, and then
It's basically
and
just
that's
a long
all you
Excel
get. He doesn't
spreadsheet.
tell you anything about it. He just literally flicks through it and shows you the book, and then flicks through it, shows you the book, and flicks through it, shows you the book.
I'm assuming if there was something interesting, he'd tell us.
Well, I
just a
showed
ledger
you what
from the
was
looks of it.
interesting.
I can't read quite that fast.
Oh, well, it's literally just a business ledger. It's nothing really of any importance. Well, as such, in some sort of way, it's not really very important to us. There's nothing incriminating as far as I can tell. I've helped Bonnie with some of her business work in the past, so I do have a little bit of knowledge.
Might be good if you're trying to get him on tax evasion.
Yeah.
That's what I was just going to suggest. We might want to get
are there outgoing notes for taxes in this ledger?
Oh my God!
The Holy
that's so
Grail,
funny.
folks. We found it. We got him. We got him.
The books
See,
start glowing.
We broke
This is
into this
where
house and killed 15 people, and we're gonna nail them on tax evasion. Damn it!
This is how we know that. This is how we know, though, that it's slightly different. Is because these were well secured in a locked safe. So slight difference in terms of.
Why would anybody
That is
keep
true.
their legitimate business dealings in a locked, trapped safe? I'm just saying.
When the bathroom is so handy.
I mean, honestly,
Exactly.
in a certain sense, the bathroom is a poison trap of its own.
That's true. That is true.
Just as a thought, obviously, yes, these business dealings are accurate, but there's a calligraphy set in there and a poisonous kit, which those two things with business dealing ledgers doesn't, in my mind, doesn't kind of add up. And I'm like, I like, it's giving me like almost like falsifying kind of vibes, but I don't know why
You would have
be-
picked up. You would have picked up on any falsifications with that
Yeah.
check. Your check was good enough that I would have given that to you.
Thank you.
These are good and these are legitimate documents. So, also, since we have cleared the upstairs, I think it's a great time for us to take our 10-minute break.
First we
Awesome.
agonized over a door, now we're agonized over ledgers.
Ledgers.
I mean,
yeah.
it wouldn't be D&D if we didn't spend way too much time talking about something that's
Yeah.
probably
Yep.
irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, look, we threw the sheet over that mirror. We've got these business ledgers. We didn't pay attention to the suit of armor, but hey, we walked right into the poison trap.
Well, I want to know which one of us, when this is all done, is going to go clear back up to the tower and tell those people they can leave now. Really?
Message.
Three of
I was
us.
going to send a message.
Alrighty, folks. Well, we are going to take our
Thought
break.
of that
It is
one.
6:22 right now. We'll be back in approximately 10 minutes. Stay tuned. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of them and so they carry on. Death scriven, Buckham, Duncan, Creasby, rocks by Mardu, Farin, Eldon, his Farin's father, Farin died, and now we call him Farin's friends, they're here to stay. Kick some ass and save the day, bare teeth, break bones, let these motherfuckers know there's Death scriven, Buckham, Duncan, Creasby, rocks by Mardu, Farin, Eldon, his Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory, rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on. All right, hello and welcome back, everybody. And we are just gonna hop right back into it.
Okay. All right. You have seemingly cleared the upstairs of the villa. Where would you guys like to go next?
Well,
We haven't found what we were looking for, right? No contract.
well, I think the contract is in the puzzle box, right?
Contracts in the puzzle box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
in
you
terms
tell
of
me
hard
that because I'm not
evidence-
sure I even saw the puzzle box.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't, so I guess I would have told you out there. in the
Yeah,
hall.
that's
And then in terms of hard evidence, yeah, that's the only thing we have, but that doesn't really necessarily tie the Vanthapers. That indicts good old
Thavius
already
Krieg.
dead Thavius Krieg.
Yeah.
So we're still looking for evidence. I think maybe we got to go more into the sewers then.
On mention of the puzzle box, I think Neil would say, a puzzle box? That seems quite interesting. Is there any chance that I may be able to have a look at that?
maybe not while we're standing in the middle of enemy territory.
Well, maybe not right
Yes.
this second, but certainly would I be able to have a look at it at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're relying on me to solve that. At least we better
So-
not be.
How are we going to get out of here? And where was the
Carefully.
woman?
See, that's what I was thinking, is
That's
I'm
a question.
wondering if the sewers might be a way to get out without the gods outside seeing us.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that I'm particularly keen to go back in the sewers, but
Yeah, I think clearly there's more territory there we haven't looked at, and we've covered everything up here as far as I can tell.
All right.
My sense of smell is never going to be the same again.
Okay. Give
I'll
me
cook some
just a
cabbage.
second.
It has a lot of smell, but it might remind us of the sewer.
I don't know that more bad smell is going to help. Maybe some bread, something nice that to like go the other direction.
Toast.
That would be
Love to
lovely.
pigs in a
Okay.
blanket. Yes, I'm so hungry.
All right, so you would come out about right there.
Oh God. Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, so have we come from down this path?
Correct.
So we've come essentially along this way and
Yeah, there's
traveled
stairs just right there, basically.
right, okay.
And this is the room with the shield to the head.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
There
pretty
it is.
much as far as we got to.
have we
Okay.
have we took the shield with us already?
Yeah,
Yes,
FedEx
FedEx
still
has
has
it.
it.
Right, okay.
Oh, we really should have tried to encourage that woman to come down here with us because she seemed to know the sewers.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. That was probably a good idea.
Yes. She seemed pretty unwilling to leave, though.
Well, if she wants to get out, let's go back and tell her that the house is safe, but she can't leave through the yard. She'll have to leave through the sewers. Shouldn't matter to her at all. She knows sewers. I'd be glad to get down here.
Um.
And fetch her.
Well, let's just send a message. We might be close enough, and I'll kind of point in the general direction of this turret and send a message that there is probably a way out in the sewers, and kind of directions on how to get there.
Gotcha. She says, thank you. Although I work with the sewers logistically. I don't go down there myself.
I think it's the best way to get out, unfortunately.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, we tried. I have no patience for anyone who is not willing to open up themselves and look around and see what would be the best for everyone. So I just think we should go on. We'll find it.
Yeah, I mean, you can
We should
lead
persevere.
you can lead the prisoner to the sewer fountain of freedom, but you can't make him drink.
Well, they were pretty beat up too, it looked like. So
Well,
they've been
they're not
tortured,
out.
and I mean, I can understand the reluctance to put yourself in more danger, although I don't really understand the reluctance to stay in the place that you were that was putting you in danger. But anyway, let's go.
Agreed.
I mean, I personally don't think the sewers are all that bad. It doesn't smell particularly great, and I'd rather be clean, but it's not that bad. I've seen worse.
Neverwinter syndrome.
Oh no, Neil, I'm very sorry to hear that.
All right.
I mean,
well,
have you seen the stable that we were in the other day? I don't know what had slept in there previously, but it smelled so bad.
Good point. Well, I can imagine we smell rather interesting now. Which way are we going?
I was just about to suggest if they were having multiple areas of this sewer be, of relevance to them, some sort of logic might dictate that those places would be closer together rather than farther apart. So I suggest we maybe start with the nearest parts of the sewer to where we found old Krieg. So maybe we either go up this way or over this way. And he
Makes
gestures.
All
much
right.
sense to me.
Who should we put in front? Our trap finder?
Are you talking about me? Because I'm not very
Yeah.
good at finding traps. I mean, I nearly just got poisoned about 5 minutes ago.
Well,
But
I'll be
but-
with you and
Decent
we'll be
scout.
very, very careful.
I can scout ahead if you really need me to. And I'm just going to start skulking ahead down this way. And I'm going to kind of make a stealth check, please.
Yep, of course.
And I'll follow next, but I'll stay a good 15, 20 feet behind him.
Gotcha.
That is a 23. That's actually
You
very
got it.
good.
Nice.
Very good. So I'm gonna just take a peek around this corner. I'm
Yep.
assuming I didn't see anything previously when we were in this room, so
A little bit. There is a doorway here, and then
Okay.
you could see it go down to a T down at the other end.
right, okay, so there's T
I
junction
think
down
I'm
there.
going to fill in behind. Bonnie's still interested about anybody following them, and she's just really
Yeah.
paying attention.
Someone, if you would move Rhea for me, I would appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
guess.
can have. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Go for
And
it.
I think I still have Bonnie's crossbow handy.
I think Temperance is going to swig a health potion as we're walking.
Yeah, feel free.
So is this one an actual like door, or is it
It's
just
a-
like an opening?
It is a door.
Okay. I'm gonna start by checking it for traps, please.
You go for it.
That is a 22,
Okay. No traps, and it is not locked.
and it's not locked. Perfect. I'm just gonna very, very gently, like, quietly open the door and just like do my usual trick of like just nosing in just the tiniest little bit.
Yeah.
Just to
You see a
see what I can
series
do.
of wardrobes.
Oh, he just seeing the wardrobes, he just kind of flings the door open. I think this must have been where they kept their clothes. I mean, I personally wouldn't put my clothes in the sewers. It's a bit of a strange place to put clothes, but
There is another
That's what I
door
was
over here,
thinking.
though.
Maybe disguises. Maybe they come
Cultist
here.
robes.
Cultist robes, extra armor.
One way to find out, and Phoenix will just go open one of them.
Yeah, as you rustle through, some of them are empty, but in the south you find 4 sets of black robes and 4 golden devil masks.
Oh, those could be handy.
Ooh.
Check this one.
Yeah, the others are empty.
Okay.
So are they in the middle of doing cult stuff right now? Should we put these on and pretend to be cultists?
Well, I have felt so awkwardly visible in my mage armor apron. Yes, I think I might like to. That way I can keep my
Yeah.
crossbow hidden.
Yeah, and it's just a robe, so you could just slip it right over the top. No, just an action to do so. It's not going to take any time.
There's only 4 of them, and I rather suspect that the form factor of mine, he sort of gestured to his spiked armor, might not necessarily read.
Well, I can
was gonna
take
suggest
care of
that-
myself, and she'll kind of swirl her cloak, and it'll change into what like a black robe looking thing.
Nice.
I was going to suggest a tiefling and a goblin in a cloak, but there you go.
Well, you say that, but there are cloaks of
Yeah.
different size categories.
I think Neil would literally just say, because we've only got 4 and there's 6 of us.
Rhea says, I'm sorry, I cannot wear cultist garbs. I think that might break my oath.
Oh,
It's a
oh, really? I
disguise.
never would have guessed that about you, Rhea.
Well, let's take them, shall we? And do what we can.
Yeah, I guess in that case, Phoenix will try one on, but it's got like weird jutting things from his spiky armor. He's just trying to kind of like stay behind people.
Love it.
Okay. So we managed to do it. We're now looking a little bit more like cultists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And and are you wearing the masks as well, or just the robes?
I only have 4 of those, right?
Tell me how these masks work.
I mean, it's just a mask.
Right.
Well, I mean, does it have like elastic or something that we could have it like up on top of our head and
Yeah,
pull
you
it
could do
down
that.
if we
I mean,
needed to?
It's not elastic, but it's just like a tied
Okay.
back thing. You could that's easy enough if that's what you want to do.
And I think Temperance will just pull her hood like really far forward so it shades her face.
Okay, Bonnie's in a mask, or she's got the mask ready. She could pull it down in a heartbeat.
Okay, there you go. So
Yeah,
all
Phoenix will
5
put
of
on a
you,
mask, yeah.
all 5 of you are disguised. All right. There's a doorway here if you are interested, or you can keep dungeon crawling.
I mean, I think probably take the door, right?
Mm.
Like they probably
Was
come
the
in
door
here,
we came
put
through
their
an actual door we
little
could
cult
close?
clothes on.
Yes, it was.
Let's close it.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
guessing.
sorry, Pixel.
No, I'm just saying. I'm guessing they come in here, put their little robes on, and then go through the door to do cult stuff.
Let's be
Makes
very
sense.
careful and quiet.
Or, hear me out. We have had some experience previously with Lady Vanthapa's business dealings. This could be the changing room for a bathhouse. And behind that door could be a lovely bath that I can get myself clean in.
One way to
Wishful
find
thinking,
out.
friend.
Yeah,
I'm-
I think
I've
that's
never
a bit
been to a
unlikely.
bath before this one, but I've never imagined people wearing gold masks and black robes.
I saw
Rhea,
pantomime once that I was not old enough to see. It could happen.
Rhea kind of steps back and says, "Whichever direction you go, I'll let you guys go first, since I am not disguised."
All right, dear. Be careful. And we're going to head for the door, right?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I can go first either, because
Well,
Who's going
all
first?
right.
I'll go
I don't-
first.
Oh, there
You
you
can
go.
go first. I'm right here.
I'll follow.
So I'm gonna maybe listen first and just to see if I can hear anything.
Perception check.
Perception. That is I definitely don't hear anything. That's a 3.
Yep.
So I'll just open the door.
Okay. Door opens towards you, and do you have dark vision?
I feel like I do, but I'm not entirely. Yes, I do. 60
Okay.
feet.
So you would see, as you walk into this room, 2 figures, and they would just say, "Sister, do you come for the ritual?"
Of course.
"That way." Points down the hallway.
And she'll just kind of turn to everyone behind her and just kind of nod and walk down the hallway like she owns it.
Neil would just just he walks in like just his normal kind of like Bobby little walk, and then sees them and then just slows down with his little mask on.
Okay.
What happens to the snake?
Oh, it's around my neck.
That can
Okay.
be hidden.
Bonnie just eases right out, and I think as she goes through and realizes what's happened, she's got her mask down over her face. I think she just keeps going, but she hovers back because she knows that Phoenix and Freya are coming.
Rhea holds up in the corner,
Rhea.
hearing Rhea will hear the talking, will just kind of tuck in the corner, not wanting to reveal herself.
Yeah, if that's the angle she's going, Phoenix will just follow behind.
Okay.
Temperance is gonna walk to the next door and open it like she's supposed to be there.
Yeah, and as you walk there, "I thought you said you were going to the ritual."
Oh, is this not the way? That fellow down now pointed us this way.
"Who are you?"
How dare you ask that?
Deception check.
Where is deception? Oh, okay. I mean, we'll see. 17?
Okay. Goes, well, then you should know, as he pushes the secret door open.
Apologies.
Yes, you must be new to the cult.
That's of course. And she just isn't gonna say anything, and she'll go through the secret door and just kind of scoot along the side of the wall.
This 10-foot-high vaulted chamber has a plaster ceiling painted with images of terrifying winged devils looking down on a symbol of an embedded in the room's floor in a circular disc of black stone inscribed with a 9-pointed gold star, 4 wrought iron candlesticks, bristling with unlit, half-melted red candles surround the circle.
Is there anybody else in here?
Nope. Not at the moment, anyway.
Is there a way to close the secret door behind us?
You can, in fact, close the secret door.
I think we should just looking at the mechanism and how it opened and stuff from down the hall. Like, does it seem like the kind of thing that if we hear Rhea get into a fight with these guys, we'll be able to get back out or hear that?
You're not sure. It looked like this one was just a push open secret door.
Okay.
But you don't know if all of them are.
I'm going to send a message to Rhea and let her know about the secret door.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then I guess we'll close the door.
Click.
Are there any other secret doors in here?
Perceptigation check.
Bonnie's looking too. She's gonna
Yeah.
also do that.
Yeah, feel free.
Look around.
Are we the only people in this room?
Yes, you are the only ones in it currently.
That's a 5 from Phoenix.
A 12
25.
from Bonnie.
I got a 15.
Raven, you immediately notice over here, there's a weird crease as you come over there and push the door open. Leads right out into the hallway.
Uh-huh.
I kind of signal everybody as I step through.
Hey, I was going to do that. Beat me to it.
I would just say to just quietly to Raven, can somebody send a message to Rhea and tell her to backtrack and head down this way, because there's a big symbol on the floor and she might know something about it.
Done.
You can make it easy enough for her to come around the corner. You can make an intelligence check if you would like, or a history check. History or religion, actually. Might give you different answers.
Exactly the same for me.
Just tell me which one you're going to do.
I'm going to go for history.
Okay.
That's only a 12.
Yeah, so that would still be enough to know that this is a pretty classic setup to do dark rituals of some sorts. This is exactly what they were afraid of in the 1980s. This is what they thought Dungeons and Dragons was circa 1983.
Of course. Classic.
What I'm gonna actually do, or what I'd like to do, is I'd like to get the Apocalypto book that I found out, and I want to start scanning through it, just to see if there's any specific reference to a ritual, e.g., this kind of space or environment as such.
Yeah, not that you can see.
Right. Okay.
As Rhea walks in, she spits on the floor. Disgusting. Infernal rituals. See those, as she points to the ceiling? Those are pit fiends. Some of the nastiest devils in all the hells. Second only to the archdukes themselves. They must be doing some truly profane rituals in here.
Raven's just gonna kind of glare at her.
She,
Just the whole infernal thing.
Rhea will be like, I must admit, I'm incredibly uncomfortable in this room. Is there something else in here that we should do? Or can we move on?
Oh, I just wondered if you knew anything about this rather large symbol that's carved into the floor.
Yes. So I actually don't like the way that this is portrayed here. It would be more like a classic pentagram.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's literally just classic ritual space.
The literal, most stereotypical dark ritual out of a bad B movie you could possibly imagine. Yep.
Can I just ask, is this a doorway here that we
It was a doorway, but that door is now closed.
So
They did not want
this-
me to walk through it.
Yeah. It wasn't the one they didn't want you to. They were surprised because you said you were going to the ritual and you went the wrong way. It wasn't that
What are
they didn't want you to go, though.
The glowy bits around.
It's assuming the candles are lit,
candles.
but that's for thematics.
Okay.
I'd say that's just map design.
Bonnie is going to lean over to Phoenix and say, should we try to lure them in here, the guards, so we could move a little more freely? Or should we just assume it's a bad deal and go out the way Freya came in?
Yeah, I think we should go out the way Freya came in and just keep exploring. We don't have any idea how many of them are down here.
I know. We're
Those
not at
two
our
we could
best,
probably
are we,
take, but
Phoenix?
if there's 15 of them, things could get a little hairy.
We need to get out with the puzzle box. I say we just try to flee, but we should keep on our robes because you never know.
But yeah, so Phoenix, I think, is going to suggest that we kind of go out this way and then kind of carry on investigating that direction to see if anything like hooks back up and leads to that other area or something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That just
Works for me.
Raven's gonna kind of warn everyone, maybe don't step actually in the circle.
Okay.
Neil lifts up the edges of the robe and just like starts tippy-toeing like round just to make sure. Like it's damned hard as not to even put a toe on there.
Love it. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome to go ahead and make your way out.
does it look like this like curves up north over there or no?
It does, in fact, go north. Yes.
Moving
Yep.
on.
I think so.
Yep.
I
Neil,
guess
Free
I'm
with
gonna-
yourselves.
I am going to scout ahead down this way. Kaboom.
Yeah, go ahead and make me another stealth check because it's been a minute.
Yep, of course.
Did you lose Cleo, or do I need a? Okay,
Nope,
you
I've
got
got her.
That's 15. 1-5.
15. Okay. You all the way down to another T, or not a T, a corner, a bend.
Okay.
It's like a big circle.
I'm gonna just like kind of turn around and like whisper behind me, and it seems to just go straight ahead and then right. So I'm just gonna like, and then he just scurries off ahead, like down the way, just to like to see what he can find out.
Okay.
Is this a dead end right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Caved in, actually.
I'm gonna get to like this corner again and just like do the lean around to like see what I can see.
Long hallway.
And I kind of like motion everyone to like follow right up to me.
Oh, did we shut that second secret door?
You can
Yep.
have.
We
Yeah,
should
that's
have
fine.
for sure.
Okay.
We would have.
Not-
Definitely should have.
I think that would be
because if anybody
natural.
comes in there and sees that.
We've been leaving the
Natural
damn
reaction.
door open.
Yeah.
Be born and burn.
'Cause if the door's closed, there's at least a chance that we were like, sucked straight into hell.
So I'm going to start heading down
Yep.
this way.
So-
Again, staying quiet as I can.
Door
Are these-
here. Door here.
Wait, did you say here?
Here. Right below Neil, and then
Okay.
basically
Mm.
right, not quite right above, but
Yeah, these are sewer pipes. These ones down here.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, those are all dripping water.
Yes.
I'm going to put my ear right up to this door to see if I can hear anything from the other side of it. The one below me.
Perception check.
Oh, that's not something I'm particularly that good at. That's an 8.
Even with an 8, you still hear some creaking and some creaking and some snoring. So you hear some noises. It's certainly not. They're not attempting to be quiet.
So snoring, as in like,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. I don't
Along
know
with
why
some
I needed
other.
to do the sound effect. Sorry.
You didn't.
apologies.
Why you need to do the honk shoe?
Little honk shoe,
Yeah. Little
action.
honk shoe. And Neil would put his hand up.
Temperance will point at him and say, yeah, what you got?
There's some people napping in there.
Right. I'd say we probably shouldn't open that door just in case.
Well, we probably shouldn't, but Cleo might be able to look in there.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I'll pass that along to Raven.
Yeah. So in the sewer, these doors are not terribly well made. I'll just go ahead and rule that Cleo, no check, can slip under the door. These, unlike the fine doors in the mansion, these are much more shoddy. And yeah, as Cleo slips in with through Raven's vision, go ahead and have Cleo make me a stealth check at advantage, because she is small. SMOL small.
Yes, she is. What is stealth? Is
It's just
that dex?
dexterity. Yeah, it's unless it has a bonus, it'll just be its dexterity score.
Okay. So d20 plus 3. $12.
Yeah, okay.
Was that with
Uh,
advantage or regular?
Oh, nope, that was regular.
I'm not a rules lawyer. I'm a rules public defender.
I'm here for it.
Not hide the dice behind my camera. 16.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely she's gonna go unnoticed. You would see I'm not gonna put them on the map because there are 10 cultists who in various states of consciousness across the beds talking. Seems to just be their barracks.
Okay. She will relay 10 guards, various states of downtime. Do we have a way of locking or blocking the doorway?
Always have rope.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
there
think
any
I have
is there any
anything.
kind of lock mechanism on like an actual
No.
like keyhole or anything like that on the door?
They're not expecting people to get down here. They don't need nothing. None of
Right,
this is locked.
Okay.
Well, we could just be quiet. Hope they don't hear us.
That sounds like a good idea. And I'm gonna start like heading down this way.
There is another door there. Did you want to?
Oh, sorry, apologies. Yeah, I missed that one.
Good.
Same again. I'm going to put my ear to that door and just listen in.
Perception for that then.
Perception, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez, that's a lower.
Nothing.
I think Temperance would like lean over Neil and put her ear to the door above him. Just in case, since we're all right
Perception.
there. 18.
Nothing.
He just looks up at Temperance and just says, "Do you not trust my ears? They are fairly big."
Oh, I mean, I was right here. I just thought I'd help.
And he just like adjusts his hat, does a little smirk, and I'm gonna like just very quietly just like click the door and try and see what's going on inside there, if I can see anything.
What is going on?
Wrought iron candlesticks topped with flickering candles light this room, which is heated by a cast iron stove with clawed feet. Across from the crackling stove is a modest desk with matching chair. Other furnishings include a small table and chair for dining, a bed, an iron chest resting at the foot of the bed, and 2 tapestries, one showing spirits rising as Lemure devils from the river Styx, and another depicting a dead man hanging, dangling like a marionette from hooked chains.
Oh. Neil kind of like visibly like shudders, like, this room is a bit creepy. Phoenix, can you go in first?
Yeah, hang on a second. So does this door, if we look at the outside of it, does it open outwards or inwards?
Inwards.
Okay.
All of the doors, all of the actual doors are going to open inwards.
Okay.
At least that's what good design would dictate. You don't want doors opening out into the hallway.
Right.
Mock.
I don't see anything we can tie to. Okay. I'll
have
just
rope.
go in. Yeah, but I don't see anything sturdy enough to tie it to.
Okay.
What about the
Really?
other door? There are handles on both doors.
Yeah, but if it like, we can do that after we finish exploring this room. But if we tie it tight enough that they can't open their door, we won't be able to get in and out of this place, right? Because
Right.
they would both open inward.
You also know there's another door to the south from there. You saw that door.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it still would make them. If they heard us, they'd have to come get us, right? That buys us
that's true.
2 rounds.
Okay.
Or
So-
however long it takes them to break the door, which eats up some actions, right? So.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll go in, start looking around.
Yeah.
You said there's desks and papers. Is there you said there's a chest?
There is a chest at the foot of the bed. Yeah.
Okay. Phoenix is not a desks and papers kind of guy. He's going to go check out the chest.
It is not locked.
Okay. Are there
As you
traps?
open perception.
Okay.
Is there a suit of armor?
There's no suit of armor.
I have not rolled higher than a 10 on perception this entire session. That's a 6.
Love it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Bonnie doesn't go
open.
in the room. She stays outside, but she
Okay.
is actually going to send a message to Phoenix.
Okay.
And her message is just going to say, Phoenix, do you not think that we should be trying to get away instead of staying here so close?
We don't have the proof we need yet. So I think we should keep looking for proof.
All right. But Bonnie stays in the hall looking and very close to that door.
Yeah. So Phoenix, as you pop that chest open, nothing happens. The only thing inside there is a large silver pendant of a gauntlet clutched. A silver gauntlet clutched.
In an entire chest. So it's just like I open the chest and it's just empty, and then down in the bottom of the chest is a necklace.
It was the only thing that's there.
The inefficiency of these people's storage habits is disgusting.
Are you pulling it out or like?
Sure.
As you pull it up, Rhea notices it and goes, "Why would they have a holy symbol of Torm here?" That's... Oh. I know whose room this was.
Whose?
It was his room.
What,
Krieg.
Krieg's? Hmm.
Then why did we find him chained to a wall?
He wasn't chained to the
Oh,
wall.
he was
He had
just in
locked
that room.
He had
Okay.
locked himself in there.
Oh.
Locked himself in with the shield.
Yep.
Creepy.
What a dingus.
Phoenix might want to clean that shield when we get home.
Yeah. I'd like to check out the desk and papers, see if there's anything worthwhile.
Could I assist Temperance
Yeah.
with that as well?
I'll let you take a 20 on this. And there's not much of note, mostly just some notes and stuff that would confirm that it is Thavius Krieg's room.
Okay. Any communications between him and Lady Vanthaphir?
No. The best you would get is a personal diary, and it's just notes of things that he would have already said, so no new information.
Well, it's written down what he said, though, so
Yeah,
I would
for
probably
sure.
still snag the diary.
Absolutely. Yeah, not a problem.
Keeping
Since
Bonnie
he
company in the hall.
cannot confirm anymore.
That is true.
Um,
You do have his head.
We do have.
Oh,
his
that's right. I
head,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Can I just do like a general kind of investigation of the room? I'm because we've already seen like hidden doors. I want to just check and see if there's any hidden doors in this room.
Yeah, sure.
Investigation.
Mhm.
That's a 15, 15.
None in this room, but that doesn't mean there aren't other places.
Yeah. No worries.
Shall we
Okay.
move on?
Yeah. Neil's going to kind of. Oh, I don't know where he's gone. He just disappeared. Because
I think you deleted him.
I
Did
have
you
no
leave him, or
idea.
did he end up underneath Phoenix or Bonnie
Oh,
or somebody?
yeah, I bet that's what happened.
My
Hold
roll
on.
20 just went away, went up dodgy for a second. So
Yeah, you're underneath.
There
You were
he is.
underneath Phoenix.
Ah.
Always hiding, Neil.
Hiding.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry. For some reason, roll 20 did not like me.
Nope, you good.
I guess Neil would say, are we going that way? And points like down towards here.
Yeah, hang on one second. Fennis wants to direct and see if there happen to be any secret doors along this wall, because he's kind of doing the math on, like, we know where this side wall is, we know where the wall of that room ended. There's like a, blank space in the architecture. Watch me. This will be a hot 3. Oh no, this is still not great, but 13.
Yeah, no secret door.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
And I'm going to start scooting along this way.
But Fenix does sort of spend a second like squinting and drunkenly staring at the wall before he shrugs and directs you to go on.
Okay, so you're close enough that you would see 3 doors at this point, Neil.
Did we do anything to those 2 doors before we walked away?
We should do the rope trick again.
Okay. Easy enough to tie those together. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, could you ping those again? I was busy drawing.
Yep. 1, 2. And then a larger doorway down here.
Okay.
Neil kind of points and goes, like 1, 2, 3. I realized I did that off camera, so you couldn't see it. Helpful. And kind of like he kind of scoots over towards this door here and just kind of like beckons everyone to like head towards him.
I mean, yeah, all good.
Okay.
And he, I guess he just looks over at Temperance and says, how about you test your hearing?
Sure. And she'll put her ear to the door. And perception.
Sounds like Neil is helping you, so I'll count that as advantage.
Oh, well, I got a 19.
Yep. Also, you guys should not forget to give yourselves guidance. At least 2 of you have
I
it.
keep forgetting that I have it.
Yep. All right, so with a
I
9...
have guidance too.
Yeah, several of you have guidance, actually. So...
Okay, well, Bonnie will spend her time giving everybody guidance then.
It's
Well, you can only have
concentration. You can
guidance
only
up
give it
on
to
one person at a time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
so-
only lasts
But
a
all you
minute,
have to,
so.
but all you have to do is call it out when someone's making a check. You could just say guidance, and then they get it.
Okay, she'll
Yeah,
send
so-
a message. Neil is our person in front, right?
Or if you want to be
Well,
fancy,
right now
you can
it's
say
Temperance.
Guidance. But
So-
Okay, I'll give it to
Thank you.
Temperance then. I'll
So-
send her a message.
Okay.
Anyway, so on your next check, because with a
Sure.
19, that's going to give you what you need. So you hear a couple things. This room, you don't hear much except a low crackle of a fire, which you probably wouldn't have heard, but you rolled really damn well. What you hear a little more loudly is actually from across the hall. You hear some voices talking from what seems to be the other doorway.
This one.
The big one.
Mm-hmm.
So Temperance is gonna just clap her hand on Neil's shoulder and cast guidance and then point towards the big door.
Just scurries along, like it kind of just looks like confused and just scurries along, and just lifts up his hat and pops his ear to the door, to see if I can hear anything any closer.
Perception with guidance.
Perception with guidance. 7 plus guidance is D4, right?
D4, yeah.
7 plus 1, 8.
You don't know what she was talking about. You think she's full.
And
of
he
it.
just looks back at you and just goes, "Wait, huh?"
I'm gonna crack open the door just a little bit to see the room of the one that I'm standing near.
You got it. Immediately recognizable as a kitchen. Quite warm.
I will send Cleo under the big door.
Go ahead and have Cleo roll me another stealth check.
are there any people in the kitchen?
No.
Is there any alcohol in the
Aw.
kitchen?
Yeah, you can go look.
13.
If Fenix
13,
moved, oh,
okay.
Fenix slipped past Temperance. He's gonna try to grab you as you slip by.
The one time he's real slippery. There is, in fact, a flagon of wine.
Listen, he's always slippery. He's very sweaty.
Or,
Oh.
yes, there is a full. There is a flagon of wine to be grabbed.
I like how that one took a second to land.
Bonnie's gonna go home and put plastic on her couch, 1970s style.
Absolutely.
Okay,
And she
give me
shudders
just a
when she
second
sees
here.
him grab something from that kitchen.
Temperance just sighs, shakes her head, walks down the hall.
Since Temperance isn't close by and Neil is, if I'm looking through Cleo's eyes, then I've got my hand on top of Neil's head.
Love it.
He's like staying perfectly still.
I don't like the pause that Robbie's taking.
There's a long pause.
Yeah, no, I
There's
don't like
so
it
many
either, and
people
it's
in there.
scaring me.
2 rows of tall iron wrought candlesticks light this vaulted chamber, each one bearing 9 flickering candles. A 7-foot tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a longsword stands atop a dais to the south. A 6-foot-tall fiend, bristling with spines, stands west of the statue, glaring at... oh, looks like I did a little bit of wrong prep here. Hold on. But this is to your benefit. Huh. There are... It always helps when I read the wrong thing. There are 4.
I like that much
4.
better.
Okay. 4 black-robed cultists who kneel and chant in the middle of their room, their faces hidden behind golden masks. 9 tapestries depicting the layers of hell adorn the wall. I will also say, you would also notice immediately, let's see, Neil would notice it for sure, and Raven, you also would have noticed. On these doors are iron, unlike the others. The double doors are iron, and etched in them are the words, "That which falls can rise again." Infernal.
Infernal, right.
Are there kneeling to the fiend?
They're kneeling to the statue.
To the statue, and the fiend's behind them? Is it chained or bound or also
Nope.
kneeling?
It is not.
It's just chilling?
He's like yelling at them.
Okay.
Question. And I don't know whether it bears any
There's
relevance.
me glaring at them, not yelling at them. Yes.
I don't know whether it bears any relevance. This obviously says infernal, that which falls will rise again. And my brain is like screaming that when we were in that previous like sewer system underneath the bathhouse, there was the big sign that had the writing that I obviously read. And I'm trying to remember what that said.
Rise and be counted.
Rise and be counted. Okay.
Here's the statue, by the way.
Oh.
Does the statue look familiar to Raven at all?
It looks incredibly familiar to you, as a matter of fact. Because that same statue was placed in the center of your village. You walk past it every day.
Do I know who it is?
You knew it was of some long-forgotten solar angel.
Is this the first time I've seen it outside my village?
Yeah, I would say that's almost certainly. Yeah, definitely.
Forgetting that her senses are through Cleo, she stumbles back, kind of surprised at seeing it. And she will explain the bowing cultists, the fiend, and the familiar statue. I don't understand that statue's in my village. I don't, why is it here? We don't serve, we're not, what? Maybe a little louder than it should have been.
Oh boy.
Temperance is gonna run up to Raven and just clap her hand over her mouth real quick. Way too late, but...
And then I'm gonna disconnect for Chloe.
Did Phoenix see any booze in this kitchen?
You found the one flagon of wine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He just swipes it and walks out.
You gotcha.
What a miss.
It's a statue that is familiar to Raven, apparently, and was a bit of a surprise. And
Then she kind of did a Bonnie.
yeah.
It's a firm now.
And Temperance is gonna just like dagger eyes at the door, waiting for it to open, basically, and freeze against the wall, like holding Raven.
Her eyes are like huge, and she just looks really confused.
Yeah, I guess
So she
Fenix
gets
is just
up-
going to kind of take up a position on one side of the door, ready for if anything happens.
There's no response.
I don't know about you all, but I don't really want to tangle with a fiend. I can avoid it.
Yeah,
I
like
also
a bad
kind of like, as we're like kind of gathered round the door, I kind of lean in and just like to everybody and just whisper. The writing on the wall, on the doors here, said, "Those who fall shall rise again." Oh, yes. I'm not sure. Bonnie, I don't think I've ever actually told you. Obviously, I struggle with common a little bit now and again, but I do have a very good understanding of the infernal language.
As confused as Neil looked when I spoke Goblin, she now looks confused that he's speaking Infernal.
And Raven, Temperance is going to look confused at both of them because, incidentally, I can speak Infernal, and I didn't realize that until just now. Shall
Well,
we?
it's probably a good thing that I can speak Celestial.
Oh, you too, says Rhea, as she says that to you in Celestial.
And then now Temperance looks at Ray.
Raven's just kind of like,
I
we
also
go?
speak
Can we
Celestial. Should we go?
There was a third door here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is going to kind of stay posted up on this door, but like nod his head towards the other one.
Bonnie's gonna move up on the other side of the door.
I think
would
Temperance
kind of-
is gonna keep one hand on Raven's shoulder, just a comfort hand.
I'm gonna stick my ear on this door and just give a listen in to see if I can hear anything.
Someone giving him guidance?
Yes, well, now wait a minute. Who did I get? I've already given it.
It's a cantrip.
It's
You
a
can do it a
cantrip.
million
You can
You can
times.
do it
switch it
over
back
and over
and
again.
forth.
Do it
Okay,
as many
that's
times as
right.
you want.
And you use okay. So yes, she pats him as he goes by,
Plus the
or runs up and pats
D4,
him or whatever.
and that's 21 total.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear anything in here.
And I'm gonna do the same as I did like previously, and just like crook the door and just like
Dining
Look.
room.
oh, why
Makes
does it
sense.
keep doing? Sorry, my roll 20 keeps crashing on me, literally
annoying.
repeatedly.
It's a regular hotel down here. Kitchen, dining room, barracks, creepy ritual room. Oddly enough, reminds me of home.
That's true.
Unfortunately,
That's
the
facts.
same.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It's not a comforting feeling.
Phoenix chokes on his sip a little bit.
Not even a little.
Raven, how are you? How? What are the after effects of this of that? And do you? How much do you tell or explain or show to the others?
Having sort of squeaked a little loudly and having witnessed Phoenix kind of chew out Bonnie, she's really quiet. She's also just in her mind, she's just memories of being little and her siblings and her playing near that statue,
Center of
climbing
town.
on it, or just little kids who aren't really
Probably
gonna
got yelled at for getting in the fountain underneath.
Yeah, but to a degree, because they sort of got away with a little bit given her family status. But just, it was never a bad thing to her. As far as she knew, it was, I suppose, a protector or something. So to see something that's from home, something that feels safe in this demonic kind of setting, she's not okay. She's confused. Little homesick, surprisingly. Desperately trying to remember every single story she'd ever heard about who or what that statue was.
Roll me a history check at advantage because this is about your home.
You can have guidance because I'm standing there holding your shoulder
Absolutely.
still.
And that's with advantage. So 7 plus 4.
Plus a D4. Right.
Yeah, plus a D4.
Plus a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you, even with an 11, you will not be coming up with a whole lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Rolled 4.
Brutal.
Yep, she's shaken.
So the only thing you would,
the only
thing,
what, 10 minutes ago she killed her first person.
Yeah, the only thing that you would remember is that long ago an angel once was a protector of the town, so they raised the statue in memory of the angel that was a protector of the town. That's all you know.
Okay.
Shall we continue? Continue on?
I think so.
Yeah, she's basically kind of letting Temperance sort of guide her along the way with the hand on her shoulder. And she's holding her tail because it's twitching and she doesn't want to accidentally hit Temperance.
This room over here, I think, is just a dining room. It's got some tables in it.
Let's keep moving.
And I'm gonna
20.
start heading down this way. I'm assuming a door here.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a listening again on this one just to see if we can get anything from it.
Got it.
Jeez. I'm
If
having
I
some
needed to
real
give him
tech issues here,
guidance again,
sorry.
I would
Yep.
have. I
All
would
right.
have done guidance again.
You can add that D4.
Okay. There we go. That is...
Okay, not bad.
I'm having some real tech issues.
It's okay.
My
So
D&D Beyond stopped working. My Roll20's not working.
You're totally fine.
Everything's just cut out on me.
Gotcha. I could tell you, yeah, you're fine. Take a minute to fix it, but I could tell you, even with the 17, you're totally good. You hear nothing, but you can feel that it's cold.
Right. Okay, doc. I'm just going to go ahead and do a real quick reboot, so I'll be
okay.
Just a moment.
Okay.
I think seeing him shiver, Bonnie will step over beside him, and she too feels the cold. And I think she'll send a message back to Phoenix. The Phoenix that says, "This is very cold."
Hang on a second, folks. I am just. Well, I sort of have everybody in the right place. It's just the wrong names. So we're just going to ignore the names. We're just going to ignore the names, everybody. Apologies. And I have to swap.
Don't worry about it.
It's
It'll be back
alright.
in just a minute.
No, I'm
Bonnie
trying
is
to
the
just get the.
alpha
It's,
and
I
the
lost the
omega.
map, is what it was. There it is. Now it's back.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, the map would be good.
Oh, now
Okay.
I'm Peter. Okay.
He I'll just go ahead and say Neil goes ahead and opens the door. As you do this, you see a number of hanging pigs and a hanging body.
Great.
Lovely. I really need to get out of here.
What kind of body?
Human.
Anybody any of us knows?
Nope.
I'm assuming dead.
Oh, very.
Are there any like clothes that would indicate that they're from like anything about them?
They are undressed.
Lovely. Right.
So, is the cult also cannibalistic?
Well, they've got barracks and a kitchen and a dining room. I'm assuming. Well, I mean,
Maybe they
or
feed
they're
it.
just
They
to the
feed them to the
fiend?
devils. Maybe.
yeah.
You could
They've
you could
gotta
make
be eating
a
themselves.
religion check.
Do devils eat?
Sure.
Bonnie's gonna do that.
Oh,
And she
Uh,
got a
that's
nat
a
20.
It's a big
Yeah,
old
Bonnie, you
10
think
for
that
Phoenix.
you would guess
2.
a sacrifice.
Bonnie sends a message, sacrificial fodder. Let's leave it alone. And she's gonna help Neil close the door.
Easy enough.
It's a good idea.
And she says a prayer. And inside of her head, because these messages and things come to Bonnie's head, she doesn't talk about it much, but she's just saying inside of herself, why? What are we to discover here? Can you help us? Please.
Make
Oh
me
no, sorry, Cam.
a what do I want to say? Make me a persuasion check, Bonnie.
Wow. 23.
Okay.
Nice.
The voice comes into your head as clear as you've ever heard it. And it just says, you will need to stop her to make your way to me. But you must come and find me. You're on the right track.
Okay.
Look. Often the reward is greatest where the danger is matched.
I think that Bonnie begins to understand that message. And she ponders a minute, and I think she's gonna send the message to Phoenix. It's always Phoenix with Bonnie. She sees him as the authority figure, and she's going to say, Phoenix, I think we have to stop this. We must stop her. The reward is greatest when the danger is the largest.
Bonnie, I spent a lot of time in danger. And, I'm not sure that my rewards really bear that out. I'm
Bonnie
just saying,
nods at him.
it's a good line from somebody sending somebody else into danger.
If we survive this, Phoenix, I need to talk to you.
Fenix just in like his mental little scoreboard of like reasons to live, chalks one on the other side. Silently. It's not close. if we're looking at the tally, it's not close. Getting farther apart every day.
Jeez.
What else you guys doing?
I'm sorry. Oh, it was just a very fun way to put such a dark thing.
I support.
Beautiful.
Did Bonnie just send that to Phoenix? That was just through message.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I can send message to everybody.
You
Yeah,
just
we
have to
have to
like do it one at a
time.
time, basically.
Yeah, I could one by one, but I think that Bonnie just really looks towards Phoenix as, if we're going to rush a room, it's going to be Phoenix.
So I didn't quite catch what this room was.
Cold storage had
Cold
several
storage.
pigs and a body.
Like a human body.
And
Oh,
Bonnie
Yeah, dead, unidentifiable, no clothes or markings.
and
nothing, no
Benny,
one you'd
Bonnie
recognize.
knew they were sacrifices. And then Bonnie prayed to her goddess, kind of not even realizing that's what she was doing. And said, "Why are we here? What do we need to do?" And she got a message that said, "You've got to stop her." Did you hear that part? Yeah.
I
must-
think I caught that bit. Yeah.
You must stop her. But to do that, you must find me. The reward is greatest when the danger is most. Bonnie is taking that to interpret that we need to deal with that room back there. So that's why she sent a message to Phoenix. Not explaining how she got the idea, but just she thinks they need to take on the room. But she didn't send it to anybody else because she is deferring to his judgment. Sorry, Phoenix. God, she screwed up about that. But anyway.
I guess would Neil be able to tell, like, at this point, that there's just something with Bonnie that she did that there's
You know her well
something-
enough that
Yeah.
she's not acting normally. Yeah.
right?
I think that's fair. Bonnie, do you think that's fair?
Absolutely. Like I said, she's starting to figure things out that this
She
thing in
doesn't
her
have-
head is not like her imagination or a little dream or something.
Okay. Neil would reach into his backpack, pull out a length of rope, and just drop it onto the ground and just say, he kind of gives like a little like smile at Bonnie and says, "I think it's time that we just take a little bit of a quick rest and gather our thoughts for a moment." As I cast rope trick to open up a extra dimensional space that we can hide in.
You got it.
And kind of coax everybody to climb their up into the little hole, which is soundproof, etc. Blah blah blah, experimental. So we
Yeah.
can have a conversation and have a short rest. So
And as a
that was
reminder,
the suggestion.
as a reminder to Bonus Mom particularly, if you use both of your spell slots, you will get both of them back immediately. So if you wanted to use both of them for Cure Wounds on someone, you could Cure Wounds and then would immediately get back both spell slots.
And I am happy to do that to whoever needs it the most.
Phoenix
and
likely,
Temperance.
yeah, and Temperance.
Phoenix is at a 23 out of 45.
Yeah, Phoenix needs it more, I think.
Yeah.
Raven's
16 out of
taking a hit.
31.
Okay, yeah, Raven's taking a hit too.
I was gonna say Fenix and Raven need it way more than I do because
Okay.
I took a health potion, so
Okay.
I'm
that's
not
right.
100%, but I'm fine.
You're also gonna
Okay.
get a short. You also have the ability to take a short rest in
Yeah.
here as well. So
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
only got
Okay.
1 hit dice left too, so
Okay, so Bonnie is
But I
going
do
to
have
do
some health
cure
potions as
wounds
well.
immediately that we get there for Phoenix.
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead and roll that.
And that's 14.
Nice.
Ooh, oh boy.
And she's going to do one for Raven. Not quite as good, but 11.
That's good.
Yeah. And it's weird because it looks like Bonnie just like grabbing some snacks, but as she hands it to you, you feel her fingers brush against yours and the healing happens. And to use a biblical term, Bonnie, you feel the power go out of you as that happens, and you physically feel the healing, which was what you were intending to do. You were intending to make them feel better.
By giving them something to eat, but there was
But it
so
had a much more
more.
tangible effect than you had intended.
Okay. So if we get into this place, this thing that's happened is so significant to Bonnie that do we have time for Bonnie to explain what's happening to her at this point?
It's an hour, so yeah. You have an hour in here, and it's only 15 minutes to take a short rest. So you will be able to take this in the rope trick. You will absolutely be able to take the short rest uninterrupted. So feel free to roll hit dice or whatever else it is that you may need. So feel free to do that. And Bonnie, yes, you are welcome to, if you feel like this is a time you would like to do that. I can tell you, Rhea is certainly going to take a short rest.
Okay. I think this is the time for Bonnie. So when everybody gets in here, she's going to say, I feel that I must explain to you why I think I am here and how I got here. I am from Avernus. I'm from, what's the name? I'm from El Terrell.
I don't know if you're from, yeah. That would be a hell of a twist.
I'm from Avernus, and I'm your worst nightmare.
It was that's a late game plot twist happening way too early.
No, I don't
I was
remember
in
if you were
El
actually
Terrell.
from El Terrell. I think you moved to El Terrell.
I moved from El Terrell from, where's the place that fell in the ground?
That is El Terrell. But I don't think you lived there your whole life. I think you had moved there. You followed the person who moved there.
Okay. Well, so I'm
No big
looking
deal.
for my names. If I
don't know if you-
find them.
Oh, you did give me a name. I forgot when. I also forget it. So it's okay. It's not terribly important.
Well, yeah. So I'm going to explain that I was married and I followed my husband to El Terrell and we lived there for many years and we had a son and he became a hell rider and he went away and he never came back. And I searched for them everywhere. I tried to go to the temples. I tried to find information about him. I tried to offer money and rewards to send someone to look for my son and those that were with him. And I was ignored and nothing ever happened. The one time that I saw Fabius was to beg his help and he rebuffed me and passed me along to one of the clerks in his office and I was ignored. So one day, just in desperation after being shunned the last time and just laughed at and mistreated, and I thought, how can these priests treat me this way? I fell to my knees and I said, why? Why am I going through this? Why? I want more than this. I want my son and my life back, but what can be here for me? I must go on. I cannot live in this darkness of regret and longing for my child. And a voice came to me and I heard it in my head. For a long time, I have thought it was my own voice that said that I should go where they led me, and that I did have something that I had to do and I should go. This was 2 or 3 years ago and I did it. I sold my house. I got my my husband had died years before, and I got myself together and I moved here. And I've been here ever since. I went to work at the Weavers Guild for a couple of years, and then it was time for me to retire. But in the darkness of the night, as I have pondered, why is it that I had to come and start this new life? Sometimes that voice, and I thought it was just my dreams, would speak to me. But since Neil came into my life, and I found him in my drawer one night, and he told me he had been there for weeks, and I didn't know it. You all saw his room. Well, it was like having my son back again, and he liked to cook, and he liked to work with me in the kitchen. And one of the few things that I still had from Shay, that's my son, Shay Montmartre. My full name, Boniface Montmartre. Boniface, that's me. So I gave Neil Shay's cookbook. And we cooked together and had such a lovely time. But in the back of my mind still was this waiting for something. Why would a woman my age say, oh, yes, I'll join the Iron Fist. I'll go out and walk through the city. It's just because I kept feeling that it was what I must do. And this voice was prodding me. And then oddly enough, my cookbook I'd had all my life, ever since I got married, and it was dirty. You know how you do. You get the cookie crumbs and the butter all over everything. It was clean again and beautiful. It was like it was brand new, and the pages were clean, and there wasn't any spaghetti sauce on them or poppy seeds floating around. And I began to be able to do things. I could do things. It's like I had my spatula in my hand, and I could get electrical bursts and well, you've seen what I can do. I have no idea how it is that I began to be able to do these things, but since joining with you, I find more and more things that I can do. And I find that I began to understand Neil quite easily when I've never had any kind of language training. I began to be able to speak and understand Goblin and Celestial. What an amazing thing. So I asked the question one more time today, standing in front of that pitiful remnant of a human being hanging from the ceiling. And all I could think was, is this what happened to Shay? Is this what happened to Shay? And I said to whatever that voice is, why? One more time, I said, why? And very clearly, like I've never heard it any more clearly, the voice came to me and said, you must stop her. And you must get to me through her. And the reward is greatest when the danger is most. I don't know why I am gaining these powers. You all seem to know, Temperance and Raven, even Neil, surprisingly enough, you seem to know about how it is you can do unusual things. I see you doing these things every day. Why can I do it? Can you answer me? What am I gaining here? But it is obvious that this old woman needs to be here with you and needs to be doing whatever it is to stop this now. And that's who Bonnie is. And that's what I wanted you to know. I think it's time. I think we have to go back down there and kill those evil things and maybe take on that demon. But I'm not really sure. All I got was that one message. So what do you think? All of you?
There's a statue in the room with the cultists and the fiend. It's a multi-winged angel There's one just like it that sits in the center of my village. I've never seen it outside of where I come from. I've been trying to remember the stories. It was a protector of our village at one time. But I don't understand why a protector angel would be amongst these cultists. I don't know why I'm the way I am. Nobody in my family has ever been the way I am. We have, is it the I was gonna say Vanderbilt.
Also not inaccurate.
Yeah.
If we're being honest here.
Is she the one that your patron wants us to stop? I'm somewhat familiar as far as there's a lot of paladins in my family. But I don't know, your powers don't quite seem paladinish. Maybe a little cleric-y? I can't explain where yours go. I was born with mine. I don't know about temperance.
Well, you
my
would have
mother
developed
was a
yours,
druid.
but yeah.
Yeah, my mother, a different kind of druid. We don't have the same druidic powers, but it's hereditary. But my father's abilities came from his god.
And I certainly know that Bonnie is not a learned magic user, because truthfully, she doesn't understand the arcane symbols that I use. I've tried before to teach Bonnie and give her some understanding, but it's just a little too complex. I mean, there is some elements of stuff that I do that is not to do with learned magic, but she's definitely not a wizard by any stretch. I mean, the hat on my head, it has some effect to it. In its capacity, I am able to channel through it to change certain abilities and to actually use different things that I don't generally use very often. And oddly enough, he literally just points at Bonnie and just says, "She made it." And truthfully, I still don't understand actually really how its ability came into something that she doesn't know how to do. And it's all very complex, very confusing. And truthfully, I just thought maybe a little bit of my like arcane magic and my spells was maybe just rubbing off on her, but I mean, I've never healed anybody in my life.
Neil, at this point, you kind of idly pull out the pipes from before and toot on it a little bit.
I don't. So I wasn't born with my powers either. I don't really know where they come from. They've only developed in the last year or so since I left the place that I grew up, which was not a pleasant place. I think we've talked about it before. But I think that it doesn't really matter where your powers come from. I think it matters more what you do with them. And so I tried to do good things with mine. And so hopefully, I mean, you certainly do with yours. And I think that's all we can do, really. I have a terrible feeling that mine don't come from a nice place, but that doesn't matter if I do good things with it.
So far, the boys has always made things better. Moving here, finding Neil, the time I spent in the Weavers Guild, and even this, as awful as it is, I truly feel like we are doing good. So I don't think that it comes from a bad place. And if it wants us to stop this evil between these two cities, that has to be a good place. So I don't think it's I don't think it's a demon. If it is, it's not a bad demon. Do they have good demons and bad demons? I'm not a wizard. I'm not a paladin. I'm not a air genasi. I can't huff and puff anything.
That's not really, I mean, it's kind of magic, I suppose, but I haven't met too many air genasi's, but I think that's just something that we can do. It doesn't feel the same as my magic, I should say.
I think if I were a cleric, I think I would be all about healing and helping. And no, I wield a lot of force damage and things. I don't think I'm a cleric. I'm not a barbarian. Sorry, Phoenix.
Okay. You are forgiven.
Phoenix is drinking that nasty wine.
I was going to say, has he finished the wine yet?
Neil, as you toot kind of aimlessly on that pipe, you feel in your backpack a scurry. You had almost forgotten that you had put him in there. And this is when you start looking at the pipes a little more. You may add a pipe of the sewers to your inventory. I would also like to go ahead and tell you, this is not something I added in. That's just in the module.
Yes. That's amazing. That's so good.
If there's a now animated dead rat in his backpack, then there's going to be a little snake kind of.
So
no, I've still got
it's the live
friend.
one.
Yeah, he took a second
one that he
live
pulled
rat.
out of the, yeah.
Okay. Still, sound of the rat just a little kind of out from under her shirt.
Well, I don't have any insight into particularly what your whole deal is, Bonnie. I think it's clear that in my experience, people that cavort with devils and demons, nothing good ever comes of any of that. Pretty much. 9 times out of 10, anybody striking bargains with devils, gets the short end of the stick. They all think, oh, I can outsmart them, but, I'm not saying no one ever did, but mostly no one ever does. However, long story short, if we don't, keep pursuing this, look, I don't know if it's clear from how I've been acting up until now, but I think that most of the people in the Flaming Fist, have their fist stuck so far up their own, well, you know what, and it's in there because it's on the back of their head, if you know what I mean. And so mostly I just try to, not get hassled. But I guess what I'm saying is this ain't something we can pass off on anybody else, because if they could do something about it, they wouldn't, because their heads are where I described before. And if they were willing to try to do something about it, they can't, because they're, sad little mercenaries. So it's, what I'm trying to say is, it looks like if anyone's going to stop this second city from being sucked into hell, possibly not even in exchange, just in addition to the first, we're it.
It's about that time, Phoenix, that you hear the voice in your head. He's starting to understand, I think. Would you like some help with that?
God, is that you? It's me, Phoenix.
Yeah.
I need, hang on, wait, no, I need 2 barrels of Detranian Baylor Ale.
That is something that could be arranged.
Dang it.
Along with saving Baldur's Gate and El Terrell. Wield me in the battle. We work better together.
You can, see and stuff, right?
I can.
Okay, so he sort of, hefts his axe. I got this axe. It's a big axe, and I have to use 2 hands to swing it at people. So
Did you not? You gave another weapon to your cohort.
What did I give to my cohort?
You gave the Ikawa to Neil.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Well, but no, I need that in case he needs to kill me. I need him to have that in case he needs to kill me with it.
The implement is of no matter. You don't need your soul to be damned. If you were to be taken by something, what difference would it make? Your soul would already be forfeit. Take that weapon. Wield me.
Tell you what, I'll think about it.
No. I need you to make a decision. I'm tired of your hemming and hawing around.
Great. I don't do so great with ultimatums, so that's gonna be
give you no.
That's gonna be a no. Listen, do it, or I ain't gonna deal with your hem and hawing as an ultimatum. So the answer is no.
I should.
No means no, dog.
Tired of your hemming and hawing.
Cool.
Listen.
He takes the shield off and drops it.
You can still, well, you're inside. You can still hear.
Sure.
It still hits. Say, oh, you misunderstand exactly what it is that I can give you. Do you want an honorable death? I can give you the most glorious valorant, whatever, death that has been seen. However, I can hardly do that from the floor or from your back. We would work better as a team.
I mean, you ain't done nothing but rub me the wrong way since you started talking in my head.
I am coarse occasionally, but only because of my frustration of being trapped within. I apologize for my lack of cordiality. Even those with power do not always wield it as they should. However, it sounds like you may be able to direct me towards that which needs to be destroyed.
I don't like you, and I don't trust you. But if you don't bug me too much, I might let you kill some people.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Phoenix
sounds
just
like
sort
a
of
great
looks
place.
down at himself covered in like sewer trash, sweat, old vomit, wine that he spilled, beer that he spilled before that, and just has a brief wonder about if he's capable of participating in anything beautiful ever again.
Robbie, can I add one thing?
Of course.
When Phoenix says nothing good comes from deals made with devils, Raven is going to kind of shrink in on herself and back away from everyone else.
I think that is a good place for us to leave the session. At this rest, we can maybe finish out the dungeon next time.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We are going to go back around, remind everybody who we are, where we can be found on the internet, who we played tonight, and we will start with DocRobert.
I am DocRobert, or Robbie. I have been your dungeon master, playing the creepy Cool Shield, as well as other voices from beyond, and a number of other people. You can find me in Bonus Mom's Tavern, where and anywhere Bonus Mom and company can be found, usually hanging around in the comment section. I'll toss it right back to Pixel.
Hey, gang. What's up? My name is Pixel. I have been your self-righteous yet utter loser, Phoenix Brightgren. Your bad advice giver, and your number one internet sad dad. You can find me here on Ages of Ainur, playing Phoenix Brightgren. You can also find me next week in the hot seat of the DM chair myself for Curse of Strahd, where we will be carrying on with that adventure. Headed down the pike towards Castle Ravenloft. You can also find me on twitch.tv/Hammer and Pixel, playing lots of Elden Ring and Minecraft with Bonus Mom and company.
And on TikTok.
And on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok at Hammer and Pixel. We just got approved to stream over there. Thank you, Kim.
Yay!
I got to add that to Moobot, I guess.
Yeah. Bonus Mom.
I am Bonus Mom, and tonight I played Boniface Montmartre, otherwise known as Bonnie Mama. You heard a little bit more about her tonight. There's more to come. She's still not sure about a lot of things. I can be found all over the place. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. Bonus Mom's Tavern is our Discord. I play games on TikTok a lot and also on Twitch. And yes, I will be in the Curse of Strahd adventure next Friday night on Ages of Ainur. It has been lovely being with you all tonight. It's so good to get back and get going. I love D&D, and I hope to see you all soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
McReese.
I am McReese. Tonight I have been playing with Raven LaFey, the traumatized tiefling druid who apparently has carried over my fear of reaping angels. I can be found in the tavern and moderating where Bonus Mom needs me.
Cam.
Well, I am Cam, or Nora Mark, and you can find me just about everywhere. I exist in the shadows and the darkness the vast majority of the time. No, I'm usually here on, you can find me here on Twitch, on twitch.tv//no_Mark. I'm not currently streaming at the moment, but I will be hopefully getting back to that very soon. You'll find me over at Bonus Mom's Tavern. You'll also find me within my own Discord. And yeah, I'm usually there somewhere. And you can find me here, obviously, playing D&D. And tonight I have been the inquisitive and technologically challenged today, Neil Boggs, Goblin Wizard.
Kaylee.
Hey, I'm Kaylee or Christy, and I play Temperance, the Air Genasi sorcerer, who's experiencing some really unfortunate flashbacks to her childhood. The other places you could find me, I'm usually lurking in Bonus Mom's Tavern when I'm not playing D&D there. And you can also find me on TikTok. If you search the Kaylee1999, you can find me that way. I also stream on Tuesday nights with a group on Twitch called Reality Break 20. So you can find us there every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And I'm hoping this Tuesday we're wrapping up a one-shot that I've been DMing there. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Thank you. I'll throw it back to Pixel for our outro.
Alrighty. Yes, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We are going to raid out today. I think we raided him last time, but we are going to raid our good friend Vincent Page, who is playing some Kingdom Hearts, because he moved and has been off stream for a while, so we want to send everyone back over there, make his return to the streaming world a fun and bright one. But until the next time that I see you, I'm actually going to change it up a little bit today and request that, in addition to being more kind to yourself than you think you should be, that you also be maybe just a smidgen more kind to others, because it turns out that other people are a self, just not yours. So
Amen.
If you would please treat them as such, that would be great, and I would appreciate it a ton, and I'm sure they would as well. And it is wonderful that you hang out with this for this very zany thing that we do every other Saturday night, and we will send you on away. Send all of our Ages of Ainur Bonus Moms Tavern love to Vincent Page, and have a good night. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory, rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of